welcome to not Cascade. This is Legato, City of the Gods, new part 1. Not intro part 1 and 2, new part 1. It is the 20th of August, 2026, and here are the players.
Hello, I'm Hannah, and I'm playing Chanterelle Nevis, an Orderborn mongrel druid.
Hey, I'm Becky. I'm playing Horacina, and they are a Wonderborn fairy druid.
Hi, I'm Evie. I'm playing Kapheira, who is a wild-born Dracona rogue.
Hi, I'm Crystal. I'm playing Katkin, who is a sly-born Qatari wayfinder.
Right. What do you remember from last time? Yeah.
Oh, where we met a really cool frog.
Florp.
Florb,
I
yeah.
remember it. And we're on I can't remember the cool name for it.
The Thermal Ascension canvas.
Ah.
I'm just saying Sky Canoe because that's what I visualise it as.
Yeah.
Sky Canoe.
We were on a boat. It went badly. But the boat survived. And we made it to a city. So woohoo.
Yeah.
Was positive.
Pass is a pass.
Do you remember what city you're in?
The City of Bridges?
Yep.
Well done.
Yeah. Like, I met you guys there, and I had a whole thing with this guy, John. But when I tried to find him again, he just wasn't there anymore. He seems to have been dead for a very long time, but he was definitely alive when I talked to him.
Yeah, he's the main quester. What happened to John? Who is John?
Dinner before you met John.
What's that, sorry?
What did you have for dinner before you met John?
You know, there might have been something like a mushroom.
You eat mushrooms?
Like, I super like to say no. The guy just brought me food and I started eating and was like, I'll just not tell. Whoops, I shouldn't have said anything.
Okay.
That seems fair.
So, for the sake of the viewers at home, do you want to kind of just describe your character in like a sentence as well? We'll go around the group as well, starting with Hannah/Chanterelle, just because, again, be good for the visual.
Chanterelle is a mushroom person, a fungrel. She is a tiny old lady. She has like wrinkles on her wrinkles, and she's got a huge, like almost white domed mushroom cap that kind of like droops down a bit. She's covered in pockets and pouches. And yeah, tiny old lady mushroom.
Horacina is like a little spider fairy. So she's got wings and a kind of human-esque body and very kind of spidery legs. A little bit ants life-y, I don't know. And she is also kind of collecting stuff all the time. She always has a bag of kind of random bits and pieces and a couple of different craft projects. And she kind of hurriedly comes back and meets up with the rest of the group and is like kind of putting some like apology lace around the box of the thermal ascension canvas that she kind of dipped out on. Yeah.
So Kapheira is a tall pink Dracona, kind of similarly inspired by the Mitsune from Monster Hunter. She looks almost dressed inappropriately in flowing chiffon, but it's sheer and sparkly, and you can just kind of see underneath that there is almost like full rogue levers underneath what appears to be a chiffon dress, which she has clearly been forced to wear on top. That she's very elegant and pretty and just far too much flowing fabric for going out and about, to be honest, but that's not stopped her so far.
So Katkin is a tall, wiry Qatari, just big, long, tufted ears, sort of a light golden colour with ginger hair. Big, white, green eyes, just constantly exploring and just curious about absolutely everything and everyone that she meets. Just constantly running around looking for things to do and just very easily distracted.
Yeah. So where we were before is you were a well-established adventuring party. You've all worked together before on and off. Your adventuring party is a certain size of members unknown to us currently, depending on how many people come and go in this game. And we have been given a job to go and meet up at the kind of Grand Library Cathedral of Codex, one of the gods in this world. And you met with the head librarian / orientation was their title, Utan, a big orange, like elderly Simia man, who seems to run the cathedral / library. He then introduced you to a very short, scholarly-looking gentleman called Florb, who is a lovely little ribbit, very big eyes, who seems to be mute and speaks through little kind of cards that have got text on them that he holds up for people. So yeah, they are your point of contact because, as we all know, this massive city has come out of the water, unbeknownst to most people, and previously at least unbeknownst to most people, has ascended into the sky, and it has caused quite a lot of conversation. And people seem to think it's the city of the gods. Don't let the title of this game give you any spoilers.
Could be any city.
It could be any city, any gods. What's a jod? What's a jod? So, not many people have been able to even get in or survive attempts at getting into this city, as far as we have been led to believe. It seems like it's been quite a fatal process for various adventuring types who are eager to possibly ransack, loot, or study the city. The appearance of the city seems to solidify one section of the belief structure of this world, because there are gods in this world. Some people think they've always been in place and created everything in some kind of harmonious group effort. Other people think they were mortals who ascended into immortality and became caretakers of said domains that they control. This seems to give more credence to the fact that they might have been mortals if there was indeed a city. It's hard to say, but maybe the answers lie within the city. This seems to be something that Florb is very interested in learning. The motivation for you guys is either the pursuit of knowledge or all the loot you could possibly get from said city that would sell for lots and lots of money.
Also seems
Why
fun.
not both?
Exactly, right? Exactly. Florb seems to have a good plan to get in where other people have failed. They have built this thermal ascension canvas, hot air balloon-like canoe structure that they seemingly a lot more powerful a spellcaster than they originally appeared, given that they're able to maintain channeling a lot of fire magic to obviously fill up the canvas itself, which you have all bravely boarded, and you're starting to ascend into the sky, right out of the center of the kind of workshop area that the Grand Library Cathedral has, that Florb was using. The ascension process is not fast. It really isn't. It takes a while for it to obviously fully, I was going to say inflate, it feels like the wrong term, but to fully get this thing up to the right heat, I guess, for it to fully use up with any kind of speed. So there's plenty of time to chat to each other, perhaps work on knitting projects, perhaps have existential crisis about the ground. There's many options for that. But Florb is going to be very focused on maintaining the kind of flame above, and also using his other hand every so often to then start using jets of air and fire magic to then start positioning the actual canoe itself. There was probably maybe a 15-minute like section of this journey where you kind of cleared a lot of the top of the city. You're quite high up, and Florb's attempts at like moving the canoe possibly ends up starting to like billow the canoe around as it rotates around, and there's lots of quick corrections being made, so anyone that may have a weak constitution or slight prone to nausea may not enjoy this particular aspect of him trying to learn how to maybe he hasn't test flown this. Maybe it's becoming more clear. Yeah, but he's also not really able to respond to anyone while doing this because he is mute and he can't exactly operate a lot of this while. Yeah, so you have this interesting like maybe hour of ascension as you start to like go up above the city and then slowly drift with like the kind of wind up there to the point where it seems like it's stabilizing a bit, and Florb can kind of like stop with the kind of the flamethrower type move, and he kind of sits back down, just kind of like, you can tell he's not out of breath as such, but he has climbed, an unexpected flight of stairs level of breathing, right? So that's where he's at. So he's having a bit of a sit, and he gets a little kind of fancy handkerchief out and starts like patting his eye around his big eyes. How are we all feeling on the canoe?
I'm excited. You know those swings you get in the circus where you like there's ropes and you're just like go
like
backwards and forwards?
Yep.
That would be like, I'm helping. I'm trying to help steer the boat by pulling on the ropes. I'm like, if I do this, it'll go this way. But no, it doesn't. It just makes the boat rock dangerously. And it's just like, okay, I'll sit still. I'll just stop.
Can we give Katkin some kind of like ball of yarn? To be like, stay.
Kapheira is almost in a corner and has like used one of her chiffon sleeves to like tie herself to the boat where it's been a bit rocky. It's like, I'm just going to sit in the corner and not move. It's a bit.
I think if the boat falls out the sky, I'm not sure how helpful that is.
That's fine. Close. It'll detach. Is it? But it's for now. It's a rather just not fall over. It's
fair.
Bounce. We'd be going down, or would you just sort of
Horacina,
like an apple
how
in the water?
fast do you think you can knit a parachute?
I sort of fear.
Just like buried in the corner, like my legs stiff, like.
I love the idea that your spider legs have like all splayed out to like pin yourself there as well.
Like for me, the video impact.
Yeah, I do feel like Chanterelle might have kept up while we were going up, a sort of running.
At this point, we'd just break our legs. Oh, at this point, we'd shatter all the bones.
Those of you that have bones, and she'll awkwardly pass.
Yeah.
At this point, we're all just dead anyway. So we may as well enjoy the ride.
How are we still alive?
Yeah, and it, like once like Florb kind of like catches his breath a bit, he like flicks through his cards and holds it up, and then again I'll probably slowly move away from describing him holding up cards a lot and just talk as him, but we all know it's from cards that he's holding up, very meticulously written cards. He just holds up, is everything okay? And he just gestures that vaguely across everyone.
Very much so. This is so much fun.
Get kind of a stern line. It's with the grimace to match. It's probably mentioned to Chanterelle, like, is this what people feel? Is this what people mention when they feel seasick?
Yes.
I didn't get it before.
Yes, this is why me and Horacina didn't like the boat.
Oh, it's fine. This isn't.
It's a stable. It's fine. Just imagine you're on the water. It's fine.
That's a good visualize.
Yeah.
That's very important.
And also welcome.
It's very impressive, young man.
Welcome to Oak Song Games, who decided to rate us also on Twitch. So thank you for that. Hi everyone.
Hi.
But yes, I think Florb kind of like pads over with a little thup of his bare feet on the wood of the canoe, and like puts a hand like gently like on your shoulder, Katkin, and holds up a card that just says "sit."
Okay.
But like puts it in your hand, as if that's.
I'm on a timeout. I get
it's
it.
just like an ongoing. And then he just like pads over to the other part of the canoe, like almost as if he's concerned about balancing the weight distribution. Even though like he is also, I think he might be the shortest person here out of everyone. Because I think I said he was like what 3 foot or something. If that, so yeah.
Tiny frog.
Or giant frog.
I mean, big frog, small in this group of people. Yes.
Yeah.
Tiny little ribbit men. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, if you have kind of anything else to do, like in terms of like downtime stuff as well, feel free to like have that. You've probably got a couple of hours of this like thing drifting towards, because it needs to go drifting out into the ocean, where the city is suspended above the ocean, and it still needs to go quite a bit higher. But at the moment, the way the winds work, like the direction of the wind, it seems to be like gently like drifting you guys the right direction. So Florb's obviously taking this moment to, recover. Also, hi everyone that said hi in the chat.
Can I ask, Florb, how do you go down? Like, I think we've gone up nice and slowly, but how do we go down?
There's just like the slowest single blink from each eye, and then they kind of like hold their chin for a second, and then they kind of like look over the side, and then look back at you, and then they just flick through their little speech cards and hold up, "Don't worry about it."
To be fair, I've got a lot of silk. I think we'll be good.
It's water. I can teach you to dive. It's fine. It's
Also, we're
absolutely
going to a floating city, so
Yeah,
I think
but
it's probably fine.
are we continuing to ascend, or have we just kind of plateaued above the height of the city?
No, so as I just said, you've still got quite a height to get before you're even on level with that city.
So how do we stop? Keep on? Like, are we just going to keep going? Are we ever going to stop, or is this just like an ongoing process?
As Florb said, don't worry about it.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure the tiny frog knows what he's doing. Here, I'm going
I
to
was
pull
wondering
out
if the
some
sky
kind of.
had a ceiling on it.
I think when you say that, Florb looks up past like the big ascension canvas, as if, then just shakes his head dismissively of that idea. Yeah.
Maybe it's just a big sheet with holes poked in it.
They're like, it's a Russian doll, and we're in the middle of the doll rather than the outside of the doll. So there's like a bigger world outside of this one.
Florb starts scribbling notes in a journal.
Just ran out of cards for this.
Like clearly, like I think you've interested him. He's like, like start scribbling those ideas down in a little journal of his.
I mean, until someone tries to do it, we're not going to know, right? Is this when we try and do this?
Like, you just like Florb staring furiously at this notebook, scribbling as fast as he can, nodding and agreeing with you. It's very good. Does anyone get anything that they want to do in terms of like project type stuff or whatever, or does anyone like want to do any like short rest type things? I think these are all fine probably from a rest point of view.
if Katkin's actually still sitting, Kapheira might have taken the notebook out and wrote "sit" on a page to use for later if it's worked for more than 5 minutes.
I'm still holding on to the card. I'm just holding on to this.
Yeah, if it's worked, it's like, okay, take a note, that worked.
You're like, truly, Florb is a mighty wizard if he's managed to make Katkin sit for 5 minutes.
It's we'll
good.
try borrow that for later.
I will just start worrying this one away, and once it turns into like tiny little scraps and I can no longer actually read the words, then I'll start
just
jumping
slowly
again.
gets like replaced by another piece
Like keep sitting.
And learn origami, right? This is a good time. I can make origami. No, I just made a mess.
Like, how big an origami plane can you make? Just in case
We
it's
could
needed.
paraglide off it. Just
Exactly.
giant paper plane.
But
I'm just slowly kind of knitting like handcuffs around Katkin's wrists. Make sure she's sitting down.
Yeah, and like Florb obviously keeps writing in his journal, and then every so often goes up and like reignites and fills the kind of hot air balloon part of the like, I guess we'll call it a vehicle if we're kind, right? And every so often like tries to like gauge the wind direction and then like adjust with some like jets of air and fire magic in different parts. Where obviously he does like rock the boat a little bit every so often, so he's quite careful about where and when he does that, just to make sure you are still on course for the the city that's floating quite high. And I think now you are like realizing how big this city actually is. Now that you're like, obviously you've got the point of reference of the massive capital city beneath you, the city of bridges beneath you. You can kind of see, oh, that's not just like a little town or something that's there. That was really far away and it's really big. So that's kind of a big deal now that you realize it's actually so much higher than it maybe looked originally. Which is maybe why a lot of people that, because obviously there's a lot of people that can fly in this world just naturally, right? They've maybe not made it that far just through exhaustion, right? Um, but
That was my first thought. It's like, I'll just fly up there.
Yep.
Oh,
But not stand a chance.
But a lot of the people that have, I guess the rumors and stuff that you have heard about this, like attempts or like everything, kind of went really badly. That has like people trying to get into the city. As I said, for some reason, like it also seems to be like magically warded as well. As you remember, the weird elemental creature thing that attacked the boat as well. So this city seems to have like this energy kind of cascading off of it every so often. Whether or not it's deliberate or accidental, we're not sure, but it seems to be like coalescing at the bottom as it like all falls down. I'm not going to use the word cascading, despite how tempting it is. And then some of that energy seems to be like manifesting on the shores and stuff, where the city guard have had to fight these weird elemental creatures like made of this raw energy. That seems to be like disrupting, again, one of the big capital cities of this world. Yeah. Several hours pass as you obviously make your small talk or whatever and knit however many parachutes you can fit in that time. And like you're getting much, much closer to this city. You can like tell it seems to be protected by some kind of like shimmering air around it. Like the closer you get, you see that there's almost like a bit like a magnifying glass effect of like the city you're viewing is clearly like some kind of odd projection around something. So the closer you get, the kind of more you can see that kind of shimmer on it, as if it's maybe got like a shield or something around it as well. And obviously this like very rough energy that seems to be like pouring off almost like a waterfall. Like kind of very like different rainbow-esque colours throughout this, a bit like an oil spill in a way, as that kind of pours off the kind of edges of the city.
It's in a bubble.
It does seem very bubble-like, yeah, with all the kind of the way the colour spectrum kind of goes through it.
now, do we think it's an angry bubble or a nice bubble?
Nobody likes it when you try and go inside of their own bubble. There's someone in there just trying. It's just a message: just stay out the bubble, stay out the bubble.
We should always respect everybody's bubbles. Should we try and pop it?
Yeah.
You're going so Olivia Colman with this character, and I do love it.
That
That was like such an Olivia Colman way that you inflected there. Oh, yeah, that's maybe my headcanon now. I like it. But yeah, so you find yourselves getting closer and closer. Like Florb, again, like isn't putting as much energy into like the fire magic. Like clearly that Katkin, like you can see that he doesn't need the thing to be going up anymore. It is just to maintain the height that he's currently are. These are slightly raised above what you could maybe imagine as if it has a ground level of this kind of shimmering bubble city off in the distance. You've maybe got like another, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes or so of like drifting towards this place. As Florb sits back down to catch his breath, he just holds up his next card. It just says like, get ready. The next card comes out and it says danger.
Oh, yes,
Oh.
that makes sense.
Then like Florb, like two hands on the side of the canoe, hoists himself up to look over it, just kind of points. And then if you go over to the edge where he is and you look over, you can see like this kind of like almost like shimmering energy. Instead of it cascading over the side, apologies for the like waterfall effect, it seems to have coalesced almost like in a kind of whirlpool, like a sideways whirlpool. It seems to be like now coming towards I mean, we'll call it a sky canoe.
Now, last time we weren't allowed to go through the portal. This feels like we want to go through. Shall we poke her with a stick
You
first?
just see the floor like shaking their head violently.
I never get to have any fun.
And then
One day.
Laura pulls up the next card that just says protect, like ship, I guess is what it says.
Okay, fine.
Has Horacina knit enough sort of handcuff to the? Can we like tie ourselves on with various yarn projects?
Yeah, I'm sure you can all have like some kind of like those I guess things parents use to make sure kids don't run away too far. Like
We've just all got harnesses.
everyone's got one of those tied to different parts of the canoe. So hopefully you don't all change places too much. You make a spider's web.
Stay put for now.
Yep.
Just look at all of my features to see if anything is helping.
But yeah, does anyone want to try and get like a closer look at the like the weird kind of swirling energy coming towards the canoe? Who would like to go and have a peek?
I'm kind of tempted to shoot an arrow at it just to see what would happen.
You also can do that if you want.
I'm gonna look at it. I'm not going to stop Katkin shooting an arrow at it though, because that seems interesting.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah, I mean, let's give that a go then. Do you want to give me? We'll do a roll for Katkin, right?
I get to do a roll.
Yes.
Woo!
So you should be able to on your character sheet, hopefully. I'll also open up so I can also see if I can find direct you a bit better. And this should, in theory, work. You'll have your bow, and that should be listed at the left underneath your health and stress on your character sheet. So the active weapons, the short bow.
Is that like primary weapon? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And it should
Short
say
bow.
short bow. So that says that the range on that's far. Okay.
Mhm.
These things that you know just from obviously you gauge distances a lot. You know that these things would need to get a bit closer before you'd be comfortable trying to land a shot on them at this distance, right? But what you can do for me, if you wish, is you could give me an instinct roll to try and perceive what you see coming towards you.
How do I do that?
So, top of your character sheet, you've got your stat line, your attributes, which are agility, strength, finesse, instinct, presence, and knowledge. And instinct is there. So you should be able to highlight that, and it should come up with a little additional mouse symbol. Highlight it with a little dice next to it. Okay.
Throw.
So wait for it. So we'll click on that in a second. Because instinct covers perceiving things, senses and navigation and stuff like that. At this point, you could decide if one of your experiences was relevant to trying to like perceive things off in the distance. You could decide if you wanted a +2, you could spend a hope and use that +2 as part of this roll to help you. Okay. If both of your experiences happen to be relevant, you could spend a hope for each of them and get a +4. And that can happen for basically any role that you can justify the experience being used in, which is nice. It's also why experiences should be like slightly more specific than, shouldn't cover every aspect of your life. What was your cat going for a run there, Becky?
Yeah, just knocked over the Monstera, sorry.
That's okay. I just looked at one.
So one of my experiences is that I competed in like combat competitions, and I'm assuming archery would have been one of those.
I mean, I would
Therefore,
assume that, yeah.
that would be quite a high one. Yes.
So it's entirely up to you if you want to spend the hope to get the +2.
But you said we had to get closer for it to actually. I'm just looking at it with this.
Yeah, this is to help you try and work out what you're looking at.
Okay. Let's go for it. Let's spend a hope.
I mean, you have 6 hope.
I've knocked it over. I caught it, but I'm struggling to get it to stand up again.
No problem. Oh no.
He was cuddling into it.
Chaos.
Chaos merchant, as always. Just wants to cuddle everything.
I mean, fair. Very fair. Right, so, Katkin, what we want you to do then, so you're happy to spend the hope to get the +2.
Sure.
Again, you don't have to, but you do have 6 hope, so you may as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do I just press minus?
Yeah, on the hope, yeah. Track it that way.
Okay.
So you spent that hope. We know that this is going to have a +2. So if you click on instinct back up the top, right, once, should then come with a little box at the bottom left that popped up. It should say instinct trait roll. And then what I'd recommend doing is in the little plus box, pop that up to 2.
Put 1.
Well, it's a 2 because the experience
2.
is worth a 2,
Okay.
right? And then you click roll. It should put it in the chat for everyone.
Okay. And roll.
First roll.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo!
So, let me talk about what this means for everyone mechanically. The golden dice and the blue dice, right, or yellow and blue, depending on your preference color-wise, is hope, fear, respectively. So, gold dice, hope, blue dice, fear. The higher dice means it's a roll with hope or a roll with fear. So, narratively, it went better than you thought, or it went worse than you thought. Add them together, and that gives you the total, and that's what we're comparing it to the difficulties that I set. Okay, so for Crystal's benefit, I've picked a number for this particular challenge. So for you to work out what you're looking at, I've come up with a number. We compare that to the total of all this, and then we work out what information I can give you based on what you managed to see. This is your roll with hope because your hope dice was higher, which means you can add another hope back to your pile.
So
it goes back to 6.
Okay. Yes. Do that now before I forget.
And we love that. Had it been the other way around, I would have got a fear. So I'm currently on 5 fear as a GM. I would have went up to 6. Okay. And I spend that to do stuff with my people. My thing. So I liked that when you did that, you went red. And that was quite cool. Yeah, I like the way the light hit you. You went all like properly scarlet. It was good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Excellent. Exactly. So the +2 is obviously added into that as well because that came from your experiences. An 18 is definitely high enough to have worked out what these things look like. It looks like there's some kind of shimmering energy looking snakes. It almost looks like panes of glass all slatted together to make like these kind of almost spiraling snakes seem to be forming from the energy coming towards you with quite sharp looking jaws on them also.
Oh dear.
Yeah. What would you like to tell the party?
I think.
Maybe we shouldn't go in it.
No, I think it might be bad. I feel like we're just going to get shredded. It's just like, yeah, this is going to end badly. We need to go up. We need to move faster, guys. We need to get away from this thing.
Yeah, let's be sensible, guys. Let's practice.
Like, I'm all for smashy, but this is maybe a bit much.
But also, maybe if we punch the snakes, then we can just go right on into the city. Be fine.
Okay, you first.
Okay. We can't go over them. We can't go. Got to go through.
I mean, I do have some rope. Like, do you think we could lasso the snakes?
And then use them to pull us into the city.
We could pretend the rope is a snake and lure them away.
I love that.
The old snake charmer method.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm ready.
Okay, so
we know snakes.
I imagine they'd have to get a lot closer for you to attempt that plan. So that can definitely be a plan when they get a lot closer. I will say that they will reach Katkin's range before they reach lassoing them range. So you've got a chance to obviously have 2 plans so far that you could do, which I like. I think Florb looks incredibly distressed at all of this.
Well, did you have a plan?
looks
Are
at
we-
he looks at
we
his
messing with that?
cards, but like he doesn't even flick through them. He just kind of looks at his little pouch of cards and then looks up at you with like really big puppy dog eyes, and then just kind of like slowly shrugs, and then gestures to
Oh.
everybody here.
Like we were the plan.
Yeah, basically.
I see. You see, your plan was up, and our plan is in.
He like
I
nods.
see. I think we should punch the snakes.
Glass. Maybe they'll shatter if we hit them hard enough. But if they're magic, I feel like that's not going to work.
Oh,
I think
But we
from
won't
what
know
you've
unless we
observed,
try.
Katkin, what you've observed, you could guarantee these things are probably magic.
rats.
Mhm.
Maybe they're animals. We're good at. I like elbow Horacina in like a.
Oh, maybe it's just an
we're good
illusion.
at
Maybe they're just
talking to
trying to
animals.
look scary and nasty to keep us away. It's like it is actually just
It's a
one giant
true-
illusion with mirrors.
If not pet, why pear shaped?
How much danger is that going to get you in?
Probably quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Look, they're so cute with their sharp, pointed teeth.
So how many is there approximately? Or is it just like a collective
So
horde sort of
it
thing?
looks like two have formed from the energy, but the energy's being almost pulled by them, as if it's like a wake behind them. So
Ooh.
from what obviously Cat can witness, they seem to form from this. So currently there's two, like almost like spiraling like a helix, but we don't know if that could then make more.
I potentially attempt to enrapture them, creating my own like water snake as a distraction.
So what's the range on your move? It should give
I
you...
don't. This is close range, so if it gets close enough, I could try that and almost try charm the snakes myself.
So
It's-
most of you are familiar with D&D terms. Close range is the roughly like 30 feet range from your
Yeah.
character, give or take. How good are you with meters or feet in terms of distances, Crystal? Like if I was describing what 30 feet looks like what? How good is that for you?
Yes,
Okay, so imagine...
I'm not great at distances in any measurement.
You've seen me in person. You know how tall I am, right?
Yeah.
Imagine there was 6 of me well, 5 technically in a little bit of me lying down, right? Let's say there was 5 of me lying down in a line, preferably, not all next to each other. So roughly that distance is close range. Far range is like another couple of me, maybe 3 more me's, and then very far is just basically everything beyond that. So it's very kind of narrative distances in this game. So that's why you need to wait a bit longer for them to get within your range, about 50, 60 feet, maybe, up to maybe 100 feet away. It's very vague.
Do
for
any
far
of us
range.
have like a further than me distance?
Like a very far move.
Yeah.
No.
Does anyone have a
So
great
I've got the
staff?
farthest.
I think the only weapon I can think of in my head is a great staff that has that distance. It might also be, there might be a bigger bow, I'm not sure. Would need to consult some kind of chart that had weapons on it, which I don't have immediately next to me. But yeah, so we're basically waiting for Katkin to be able to get a shot off on the bow. The close range is most likely going to be the enrapture and or lasso attempt as well. I would
This
say
thing's made from the same energy that attacked you guys on the boat, right?
Maybe.
so.
Did
If,
you
Does
throw
it
a
look
magnet
like
at it or
the
something?
same?
yeah,
Because
so,
I wasn't there. I was in the city at this point, so I can't
Yeah.
remember what happened.
so if obviously the
Brains
boat,
are like this. That's exactly what I did last time.
the boat people, right? The people that were on the boat journey. I think that's a good question. Evie, were you in the city with Katkin, or were you on the boat with the others? What was your? This was definitely the background of this show lately. Where did you want to be? Did you want to be in the boat adventure or the city adventure previously?
You
to
can
this?
come see John.
It's there was a mention of a boat. There'd be water. I'd be closest
Yeah.
to wherever the water was.
Cool. So the 3 of you would at least, and you look over, the kind of magic in this wake, the kind of energy in the wake,
Mhm.
definitely has that same like rainbow-esque tint, like this like weird energy elemental thing that you fought on the boat had.
Mm.
But it doesn't,
So
I mean, it doesn't look like a
Interesting.
giant like orb of energy like it did on the boat. This is
Okay.
just like
So the one
almost
on the boat
ate Derek.
Yeah, it was like
It-
drawn to people.
was-
wasn't it?
Bad. But it liked your magnet.
I don't know.
Maybe we
it
could play
started
fetch.
out-
Maybe we
That's
throw
what
a
I'm
magnet.
thinking. If I tie a magnet onto a bow, onto an arrow, and shoot it away, so it chases after that instead of us, maybe we could distract it while we float past. Maybe.
Yeah, it also liked people
Mhm.
in that we had to make a circle. And it tried to eat. It tried to eat most of us, to be fair.
I just had a moment where my brain went, "Ooh, we could have a sky dancer moment. We're all dangling from the yarn and trying to swing round and make like a whirl of people."
A Cirque du Soleil style.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Just to
I
confuse
love
it. We're trying to confuse it by doing the weirdest thing.
Are we?
I mean, that's what my brain's saying.
I like it. It's a good idea.
I-
Yeah, it's an idea.
It's insane, but it might just work.
True that. These
If
are
it's
these things
drawn-
are getting closer.
Okay.
Are they within my range
Right.
yet?
Almost. We could say narratively you could have time to form a plan, and then it's there.
Okay.
I see.
Do we have
Look
another
at
magnet? Because I
Horacina.
feel like we have two choices at the moment.
We could technically be things that fly. I do like a really exaggerated wink, but I have to like raise my like wrinkly. And if it does the thing, because maybe they're drawn to magic, and I suppose this is sort of sciencey. I don't know if science is a thing that exists, but sure.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. But I look at Florb and be like, but you did use magic to make all the fire. So we're probably still quite magically.
Florb
Dusted.
looks in to his little cards, pulls out. It just says moth to flame.
Indeed. So either we try and do something bigger, magically bigger. I've got the Neil Patrick Harris song in my head now.
That's not really my area of expertise, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, well, we can be birds. I gesture at Horacina.
Yeah, I'm good at hiding.
Mushroomy birds. Spidery, mushroomy bird things.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's more magical than I gesture at the entire balloon.
Yeah.
So,
Florb holds up a sequence of cards to make a sentence, and it just says
Uh-huh.
Bloon hot Florb magic.
so true, young man. Like awkwardly pat him on the
Yeah. He looks so discouraged by that.
Yeah.
Can we ask him to shoot his fire at the glass snakes?
You could ask him that if you
He's
wanted,
been
yeah.
so good. You've done so well.
Well, why don't we try to see if Katkin can just shatter one?
Yeah.
And then that's data. I look at Florb like, look, I'm using words young people know.
But does Chanterelle know?
No, it's made up. Didn't exist in my day.
Use your fire to try and vaporize my water breath to make a steam cloud to hide us.
Fun.
What if we made?
Oh, I
lots
could
of
make it
little,
smell nice.
Like mini hot air balloons, just to kind of like.
You suggesting my breath doesn't
again,
smell
create
nice?
something.
Your breath smells great. But I could make it smell like a spa.
I love the idea, though, Katkin, that you're saying, what if we all just had like a mini backpack hot air balloon?
Yeah, rocket back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Y'all need pet little dragons or something that can breathe fire for those, though, I'm afraid. We can work on
This is where
that
it's
in the
like-
game.
We should have stolen magical things from the codex.
Yeah, the giant cathedral
we
of
could
magic.
now-
Yeah.
Oh. Rats.
Mhm.
Yeah, would have helped.
So,
No.
as a player agency moment, right, where we step outside the fiction briefly, Hannah.
I don't know what you mean.
What is your plan you would like to go ahead with? Because the snakes are about to hit the stage where they'll be within Katkin's range like comfortably within Katkin's range.
Should we try and do all of them in quick succession to see if any of them take?
I think the problem is that your thing can go off and then we have to wait while they get closer for the rest of us.
the firing the arrows and attempting to make a steam cloud to hide us, and then almost like, I don't know, could still be little birds and almost like try and fluff it up some more and blow it towards them and almost be a distraction and make a big old steam cloud. Arrows is distraction.
Also, how much time do we need to get past it to get to the city?
Like,
We also don't know what the bubble will do.
yeah.
It's
You were, before obviously you noticed these things, roughly 10 minutes of drifting. Comfortably
I
drifting.
was going to say, we just had to if we could just have a few minutes of distraction, the
Florb can
steam
speed
cloud would be
this
great
up.
because we could just really quickly
So Florb can speed
jump
this
off and
up.
then send the balloon off and like, there you go, have the balloon.
Yep, but again, Florb can speed this up. However, that would make the journey a lot more kinetic.
Bumpy. I don't know about Horacina, but I don't imagine it's massively helpful because you can perform harmless, subtle effects involving nature, but we can make like gusts of wind. So again, if we want like swirling steam cloud, me and Horacina can probably help with that.
Yeah.
But again, all of this is sort of magic.
I
So
think
if it's
as well,
drawn to
what you-
magic,
Like, in terms of, like, if you could make a steam cloud, what you could definitely do is help keep it around you. So it doesn't just immediately dissipate. You both could do that, like working together with like your
yeah,
harmless sensory stuff. That definitely
yeah, it's called
seems.
wild touch.
Yeah.
It feels like Daggerheart's
Mhm.
version of.
But then your other theory is
Good.
correct that if these things are drawn to magic, like seemingly the thing on the boat, that may just cause it having more reason to come investigate. As well.
Yeah.
would my breath, even if we are vaporizing it, be classed more as magic because it's more of like an innate thing?
When what damage type did you pick for it?
I think
Because it was either physical or magical.
water. No, yeah, so it's water.
So are we going?
That's what we put.
What are you
I don't
wanting
know.
it to be? Because keep in mind that will then be it for the rest of the game. You pick physical or magical.
True. I think we put magic.
Okay. Yes, you can have it as physical. It can be like concussive force if you want it to be.
Yeah.
But it's up
more
to
as like, yes, I'm a... No, it says magic on the sheet. I'm not going to change
Okay,
it.
that's
now
fine. Yep,
just to
that's fine.
fit, let's not
Yep.
bend and whatnot.
Yep,
It's magic.
No worries.
I'm not going to metagame.
Or
Do we have a
just,
magnet? Did we still have a magnet, or are we? No. Ooh,
unless Horacina has more of it.
Well, Horacina has the
How
backpack
klepto
power.
did we go?
Yeah, I do have a nomadic backpack.
Which is very
Could always
useful.
see what's in there.
because what I'm thinking is I could still shoot an arrow, but attach the magnet to it so that it can be like, yes, will it shatter? If not, no. Will a magnet hit it? Therefore, we're getting 2 bits of information for the price of 1.
Do you know how heavy
No.
magnets
I
are?
don't know.
So
Depends on the size of the magnet.
yeah. So the lodestone magnet that Horacina had in the first session was because the nomadic backpack let you just generate an item. I think it's for a hope. Is it spend a hope, pull an item out? Or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a kind of like,
That's so cool.
it was like mundane but useful type situation. I mean, I have no issue with you doing it for another random lodestone, but it will be like a chunk of like stone. It's not going to be like a nice polished tiny magnet. It will be a magnetic rock.
Maybe
You can fire it from
I
a bow, but it will be at
fridge
close range,
magnet.
not far range.
Ah,
the other thing we do is let them get closer. And
Should
then
we
that means we can
try-
all react.
Should we try the cloud first and see if we can get past them? And then if that fails, we just let...
If it fails, they're going to be in close range anyway.
And then we can all,
Yeah.
so we'll do the childhood thing of, if they can't see it, I love it. Let's do it.
Can't hear you. La, 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 la,
It's
la.
Yeah,
worked
yeah.
for me before,
Yeah.
so we're going to try it again.
Okay, so my question is, how will you know?
When they attack us. One, can we commute? Can I commute? No, you all have to be mushroom people, don't you? I can't like link people into my fungal network.
No, it needs to be with other
No.
mushrooms. Yeah, it's the mycelial
Right.
network. Yeah.
Also, we're in the sky.
I don't think that part matters. I think it's a very existential mycelial network, it seems to be.
That's fair. Because I was going to say, again, one of me or Horacina could be, I think it's called like Scout. There's like Flying Scout or something. And we've worked together for a while. We'll have some kind of group signal of.
Also, you can speak when you're transformed in this system.
A great time. So again, one of us has an entirely human voice come out of a tiny bird that just goes, "It's all fucked." So if one of us was out of the fog cloud, we'd be able to see if the snakes were fooled by it.
From a "you've all worked together in the past" point of view, which one of you is better if these snakes are close and hostile? Because I would suggest that's not the bird.
Fair. How do you feel, Horacina? Do you feel I feel we're fairly similarly.
Well, I was going to say, because you both use hand runes, both druids of healing, I feel there's nothing in this other than personal preference.
Yeah. Would you prefer to be a bird, or would you prefer to be on the boat?
Team bird or team boat? It's a very Jacob Edward lifestyle we're living.
I think that's team bird.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and
what do you think?
Would we be counted as hidden potentially with the steam as well?
We can assume you're attempting to be counted as hidden.
Yes, because I've become cloaked instead. So, which it's fancier. I don't know. I need to read it more.
No, it's okay. Yeah, no, don't worry. I've got a rogue in my other game as well, so I know how some of that stuff works. Yeah. A lot of that depends on the thing you're hiding from's line of sight. Yeah.
Yes.
But you could assume if you've covered this in a big steam cloud and you're inside it, it's likely to block line of sight, right?
Could I maybe suggest it might be Horacina's up, because I'm going to be spitting water, a lot of water, and if you're not keen on water, I'd be like, you might not want to look. I'm going to become a water fountain.
That's totally fine. That's totally fine with that. That don't think. Do you need to flag that just for me? For no apparent reason.
Oh,
that was more out of character. That was because, but yeah, that would have been character.
Yeah.
If we're suggesting
again,
I feel like she might have pulled straws or suggested herself if she knew that I was about to become a water fountain. But maybe I don't want to look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, the good thing is being a bird and being able to keep your distance from said water jet might be useful, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So that might be.
I promise I've not just dobbed you in there.
but also the fact that you were able to reasonably survive a boat trip for several was it weeks across the sea to get to the city of bridges. So we know that you can survive on a boat as long as you're doing whatever meditations or whatever you need to do. Horacina.
Yeah, frantic knitting.
Yeah.
There's no logic. There's no logic to the fear.
Oh, excuse me. So, let's have you shift into some kind of bird first.
Fun.
So, do you want to...
First wild shape.
Yeah, do you want to read how your ability works? For the group.
Are we both going bird? Or are you staying on the boat?
I think I'm staying on the boat. To be ready to punch some snakes.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like you can do that.
So you've got two.
I think Chanterelle believes she can.
So, Horacina, you'll have two features. One of them's your Druid Hope feature, but that's a different version of your Druid class feature. So if you read your Druid class feature first, for peoples.
Yeah, so what, beast form?
Yeah. Exactly.
So mark a stress to magically transform into a creature of your tier or lower from the beast form list. You can drop out this form at any time. While transformed, you can't use weapons or cast spells from domain cards, but you can still use other features or abilities you have access to. Spells you cast before you transform stay active and last for their normal duration, and you can talk and communicate as normal. Additionally, you gain the beast form's features and their evasion bonus to your evasion, and use the trait specified in their statistics for your attack. While you're in a beast form, your armor becomes part of your body, and your mark armor slots as usual. When you drop out of a beast form, those marked armor slots remain marked, and if you mark your last hit point, you automatically drop out of this form.
And then, if you read the hope feature, evolution, which is above that.
Evolution, spend 3 hope to transform into beast form without marking a stress, and when you do, choose 1 trait to raise by +1 until you drop out of that beast form.
So it's like a kind of upgraded version of a beast, basically. So if your scout has really good instinct, this would have instinct +1, effectively on top of everything else it gets. The difference is you don't mark a stress as a resource to use it. You would spend 3 hope to do that version of it as well.
Yeah.
Which is pretty nifty, especially if you're needing that extra +1, which is pretty good. So, obviously you can choose. Obviously, if you've got 3 hope, feel free to go for that one. If not, feel free just to go for the one where you mark a stress. That's entirely up to yourself what you want to do with that.
Yeah, why not? I'll spend 3 hope.
Yeah.
Fun.
Got it.
Nice. And then, is there like a nice list? Oh, there is a beast form tab. Thank God they've put a beast form tab in there. That's so good.
I was trying to figure out which one would be better.
I think there's a.
I saw one for it before.
Is it yeah, I feel like I've looked at this before.
Important question: will your bird have extra legs?
Like quite an arachnid-looking bird, yeah.
So many toes.
Okay, so see, did you find the beast form option and click the select beast form button, Becky, on your character sheet? Yep. And obviously, if you click the little down arrow, it gives you like a full description of what they could be. Or like the got like the agile scout one. We've got what's the other one? Household friend. Aquatic scout's probably not useful for this high up. I do love the idea that you just become an octopus, though. That is fun.
That's big keyfish energy.
So which of these do you think would fit bird best? Agile scout?
I was going to say, I'm looking at them like, which one of them flies? Hannah, did you see one that flies?
I know, I thought I saw one that flies, but now I am questioning that.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it.
But again,
I do have wings,
none of these.
I can fly anyway, so I don't need.
Yeah, I was going to say
need beast form to fly.
You might have to fly.
You might just have to be the one that flies, unfortunately. Yeah,
I
think they may have.
Maybe it's
like a tier 2 or something.
Yeah.
What's the scariest thing I could fly as? The smallest thing I could fly.
I don't.
So
I've just unticked the thing where it
so on the second page of the list, when you untick it, it says winged beast tier 2. So you wouldn't be able to fly as a shapeshifted thing yet. So you would need to stay as Horacina. You can get your 3 hope back, obviously. So add 3 hope back to yourself. So you wouldn't be able to shift yet. You need to be the next tier up for
and
flying.
then when you're 3, you can have great winged beast.
Yeah. But that's locked at tier 2. But at least we've learned this today. But it does mean
I must have done that. I must have unticked and read all of them.
But also, you can fly anyway, which is good.
So the plan still works.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yep.
We have bird life to look forward to.
One day.
So you obviously can decide when you wish to depart the thermal ascension canvas canoe. And what's the next step in the plan? Is it to have the steam cloud happen?
Unless anyone has any better ideas, I think that might be the case.
No, I love the steam cloud. Let's do it.
So I don't know if you have anything that you need to roll. Do you want to read out your breath weapon?
Choose an element for your breath. Use this breath against a target or a group of targets, treating it as a weapon. And it's just a damage roll.
Yeah, so there's nothing to roll as far as I'm concerned with that. I think then if we've got people trying to like help shape it, I think what I'll do is I'll get a spell casting roll from it'll be you left on the boat, right? With spell casting.
Yeah.
Okay. Chanterelle. And try to get
It's a
Mura
nice
out of my
spell.
head as a name. Like,
I know, sorry.
It's okay.
To be fair, we've played that game for a while, so.
Long, yeah.
So my spellcasting trait is instinct.
Yep.
So I would roll an instinct roll.
Yep.
I don't necessarily think any of my experience would help with this, so nope, not that.
Mhm.
Okay. Don't have advantage. +2 because I have +2 to my instinct, so I just hit roll.
Yep.
Okay. That's
pretty good.
That's not bad. And it's with hope.
Yeah. So you get an add in hope to your character.
Exciting.
Yeah.
I start spending some hope.
Also, where is the breath thing? Does that require any form of, or is it just a thing you can see? Use an element, blah blah blah. You can use this against a target group of enemies close, treating it blah blah blah. Using precision. Nope, that's just like an infinite use thing. That's great.
Yeah, I did check that there wasn't like an internal
like a cost or whatever.
cooldown, or something like that. I was just like, no, it just looks like I can become a water fountain.
That's
at
great.
This point.
It's nice when they give you like something, especially like as the kind of more draconic-y themed races. You'd want to use your breath weapon loads, and I always felt like other systems limit it so much, like a special move, and when it doesn't come off well, you think, oh, that felt like a waste, instead of this where it's gone, it's not as good as other games, but it's repeatable every turn, which is nice. So,
which is great.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
It's really cool.
It's a good party trick, being able to turn yourself into a water fountain.
Plus, as you level up, you'll be able to level up your proficiency, which will increase the number of d8 you roll for that, which is really nice. So yeah,
that's really cool.
Very, very cool.
Fun.
Right, so yeah, like, do you want to describe how you like maintain this around the canoe?
I think she sort of sets herself up in the middle of the canoe and almost like crouches down and just becomes like a mushroom-looking thing, but sort of like there's like tendrils of like wind kind of like swooping around her, and like every time the steam tries to dissipate, there's like a little hand that goes, nope, nope, stay here.
And are you taking off at this point, Horacina, or are you still on the boat?
Yeah, so I'll kind of fly just kind of behind and kind of go around and just try and make sure that I'm not detected. Keep tabs.
Kind of like using that as like a kind of body block for the direction where the snakes are kind of coming from.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm assuming you're going to try and peek round to have a look at them at some point, though, to see if they're reacting differently in any way.
Yeah, I'll kind of sit like behind them, but kind of to the right of the snakes, so I can kind of like
peek out.
Back.
Yeah. So as you kind of look round to the side, it doesn't look like they are changing. They seem like they're still gunning towards you guys. Like, it doesn't look like they've like hesitated, hinted, reassessed. It looks like they're still just a straight line for you guys.
I think it's deeper than vision, guys.
Ah, well.
It was an attempt.
Is it time for the lasso?
I think it might be.
Okay, so are you staying airborne then, or are you going back to the...
I'll go back to the boat for now.
Okay. As you land, these things are going to be well within the far range at this point, nearly at close range. So it's up to you.
So should I shoot them and see what happens?
You can.
As I say, if we've decreed that it has not worked, the Chanterelle mushroom will just kind of let the fog cloud dissipate so that you've got eye line.
And like Florb holds up, Florb, defend, and then switches them round, defend, Florb. And then you see like Florb put his cards back and then starts like channeling energy just into the actual like wood of the canoe. And
Cool.
you hear like the thing like creak and tighten all around. So you can kind of assume his plan is that if these things collide, he's hoping that it won't just immediately break the canoe.
That's
Yeah.
reassuring. I think that's reassuring.
It's what he can do.
I mean, I guess that's something I've done.
Katkin, are you going to take the shot?
I'm going to take the shot just to see what happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fun.
Let's go.
Okay. So completely arbitrarily, I have named these 1 and 2. Who would you like to shoot at? 1 or 2?
Oh, 2.
Okay. Okay, so to do this, it's almost the exact same thing we did, only you go to obviously like your weapon on your card, your sheet.
Go to the short bow, click it.
Yep. And again,
I've got a tab on the right that's the short bow.
yep. So again, though, you can still spend hope if you think there is something that's relevant. That's always something you can do, even on attack rolls. If it still feels relevant to the situation, it can be used. If not, though, it is just what we're looking at from like the dice point of view. So you've got your short bow, and it says far, and it says agility +2. That's what you'd be clicking. Do you see that?
Yep. No, wait. Short bow, click on short bow.
So we don't need to click on
Great
short bow.
agility, range, fire, damage.
No, we don't need to click on
Feature.
short bow. That'll just bring up information about the short bow. What we want is the little box next to where it says short bow and it says +2 agility on the character sheet.
Ah, got it.
Yep.
Yep.
Click that, and then it'll let you see all the math again. It should just be that, and then you can hit roll. Should come in.
They'll have like the previous roll up in a separate box.
It
Is that alright?
It shouldn't matter.
Yeah, mine had that as well.
Yeah.
I think it's just
Yeah.
it's to remind you of how well or how badly you've done previously.
It's like, how far can I push my luck?
But realistically, this is a very similar roll where it's 2d12 +2 that we're doing again. So even if the same math came through, it's what we want to see.
So do I spend a hope on this as well?
It's up to you if you want to. Do you think any of your experiences are relevant to you trying to shoot these things? I'm also assuming.
Well, again, for accuracy's sake, potentially, yes.
I'm also assuming you've dissipated this steam cloud.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Otherwise, this would have been at disadvantage.
Yeah.
But yes.
I'm assuming someone has told me to stop at this point.
Yes.
so yes.
Yeah.
Probably
Again, we've probably
Horacina.
got
Please
some
stop.
kind of some kind of like signal of we've done this before. And when we need our long shooter to shoot, we're like, and let it go.
So, Katkin, pull your bow out. You've got it readied. The steam dissipates dramatically and heroically off your shoulders. Bow is drawn, and you loose the arrow, and you press.
Do I add the
press roll.
+2 or do I not add the +2? Just checking.
If you've clicked that button that said agility +2, it should already be added.
Yes.
Then
Yes.
just hit roll.
Roll.
Hopefully it works. It did work. Yeah.
17.
Oh,
Woo!
woohoo!
So, arrow flies from the bow. You hear it kind of like do that nice whistle for the sound effects team right across through the air. And then you hear a crunch as it hits into Big Snake number 2. Can you roll your damage?
Damage.
Fun.
And that's the button next to the agility +2 button.
Physical, yeah. Damage, D3. Yeah, okay.
Yep, so if you click that, it should pop up your little dice rolly thing, push the button.
Damage roll, okay.
Yeah. And then
Yes.
submit that.
Just press roll, yeah.
Yep.
5. That's good, bad,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you're rolling 1d6, and what that means is that's one type of a 6-sided dice, right? So when you've got 1d6 or 2d20, that just means number of dice, size of dice.
Okay.
And then the plus is just what is getting added to that. So you're rolling 1d6, which is like our little cube dice that are in most things, and then you're adding 3 to that as well. And you got a 5, which is pretty good. What I do at this point, right, just for everyone's benefit, I then take the damage that's been rolled, This is what's going to happen for you guys as well when I'm rolling damage against you guys. I then compare that to the thresholds near the armor section of people's character sheets above their health. And then I look at the, is it called minor and major thresholds? And that lets me work out, is this going to be 1 HP damage, 2 HP damage, or 3 HP damage? Is how that works out for minor, major, and severe damage that people can take. So, obviously I'm not going to talk about this thing's stats too much, but I am going to mark down the damage it took from that, and make sure I remember which snake I'm tracking that on. Perfect, that is fine, making sure there's nothing else that I need to track on that.
To be honest, I could have tried talking to them, but I might be a bit awkward now.
I also love that that's the thought you have immediately after an attack as well, and I love that's how a lot of our... It's like, again, like that group that I had last time where they thought, wait, why are we murdering this guy? Didn't the cow people say we were just getting a boat in the morning? And that was like after the... Like, yeah, they did. I'm like, okay, oh well. As you do. Shout out to that group. But yeah, so you hear the crunch, you can see your arrow has hit and like cracked the kind of glass carapace on this thing. It doesn't look like it's done a lot of damage, but it definitely has done something. And you hear this like this reverb noise, like an almost kind of metallic glass scream reverb through this thing. It probably sounds horrible, like almost chalkboard nails horrible, from the impact of that. You rolled with hope, and it was successful, so make sure, obviously, you're sadly full of hope, so you don't get any more. You're capped out at hope. But you didn't roll with fear, and you didn't fail a roll, which means it's still the player's turn.
Oh.
Okay.
Any of you can take a turn again. It becomes my turn if you fail a roll with fear, or I spend fear to take a turn. Or if you hesitate for too long and I think narratively I have to just move it on a bit.
It's fine.
Yeah.
What range is it within now?
So it's at far range. It will get to close range like very soon.
Okay.
I think we established that they are breakable because it did do something. It didn't just pass through it and do nothing. So physical attacks will do something. Question is, can we hit it with enough physical damage before it shreds us?
It seemed very tangible and solid when you launched your arrow off it, yeah. Unlike the big wake of energy behind it, it definitely seemed solid. Which is very unlike the thing you fought on a boat.
Okay.
Well, I've got a small bag of rocks and bones, so I might just start launching them with as many legs as I can muster.
Okay.
Love
so you
it.
just like chuck stuff basically at it.
Yeah.
The
glass house, the glass snake.
Okay. I don't know what damage I'm giving them. I feel like if it's anything like the equivalent of like unarmed, it's probably a D4 of damage these things are going to do. So do you want
Is that a lot?
It can be. I mean, it depends how tough you are, I guess, right? So I think agility is what you'd be using. Is that correct? Does that look right from like an aiming roll for chucking stuff?
Yeah.
Or
I think so.
Yeah.
yeah, I think that seems right because I think it's agility that we used for the short bow, I believe. So I think it'd be agility to aim this as well. So if you want to give me an agility roll, and we can see how well you lob a rock or a bit of bone. Do you want to target 1 or 2? 2 is the one that Katkin hit.
Yeah. Yeah, let me carry on with 2.
Cool. The entire time as well, they're still doing that kind of almost helix style, like as if swimming through the air towards you guys. Okay.
Was that right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so it's a roll with fear, but it does hit. So do you want to roll a D4 for me for your damage for these rocks?
do the D4 through the character sheet or just in
So
the...
you should be able to. So see if you click on the little dice symbol at the bottom corner, the 2 dice, and it brings up.
Yeah, they
little-
do that.
It brings up like a little arrow that lets you add a D4 to a roll.
In the custom roll.
Yeah.
Do that, yeah.
See how that looks. Okay, so it is 4, not 4 plus 4, but that's
No.
fine. It's okay. Still, you rolled the max, which is nice.
Woohoo!
It was a roll with fear though, so I'm going to
Too
track
many
that. That's fine.
No.
I'm also going to track my fear on my notepad and then transfer it to the game screen when I'm finished. So if you ever want to know the fear level I'm sitting on, I have no issue telling you it at any point. My fear caps out at 12 as well, so I can't get more than that.
Okay. Good to know.
During rests and stuff, though, I do also generate fear the way you can generate hope. So keep that in mind when you want to do that over rests. You don't seem that hard up for hope yet. You are doing quite well. The other group were rolling a lot of fear. I struggled to lose 12 fear in a fight. It was very difficult. So, you've lobbed this rock. You've hit exactly where Katkin's arrow hit, and you hear like another crunch, and that same metallic glass reverb scream thing, obviously a bit louder as it's like swimming closer or it's like flying closer. But yeah, like it does seem to have hurt it. It's noticed. To the point where it's no longer in its nice helix spiral. So it seems to have like pulled off and it's now flying almost straight with the other one, like spiraling around it. And it opens its like glass jaws. And
No.
what's your evasion, Horacina? Should be
Where?
near the top left of the sheet, near your armor and stuff, and your armor slots under your
Oh
name.
yeah, 10.
10, okay, cool. So this thing is going to attempt to hit you. And we'll see how well this goes. I need to find a dice I can roll. There we go. It does not hit you because it has, I'm quite happy to say it's got a +2, so I'm not fudging any math when I add a +2 mentally to these numbers. A 5 does not hit you, luckily, but this thing opens its jaws, and again, that almost like sonic reverb hitting off, like almost like a crystal resonance noise, fires out, and there's like shards of glass. You hear the thud, 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 thud up the side of the boat, like the canoe. hull. One of the pieces, dramatically for the sake of camera drama, like goes halfway through near Florb, as they're like channeling way more magic in as possible to try and like hold the boat together. But you can imagine if he wasn't doing this, that would just have shredded the boat. But that's my go. They're now in close range, by the way.
And what's the difference between close and very close?
About that.
Got me even. Okay.
Yeah, very close is
it's like melee. It's like 5. They've got to be within like 5 feet.
Melee is a range. Then very close would be like anything that D&D would consider reach, right?
Right.
Then 30 feet roughly, up to 50 feet roughly, and then beyond that is far range, and beyond that's very far. So these things are about 30 feet-ish away.
Okay. I might look at Kapheira and be like, I can try and talk to them, but I don't know how much use that's going to be right now.
Oh, you're muted.
Oh.
Kapheira, you're muted.
We can't hear you. Oh no!
And she gives you a look, and there's like everyone's like throwing stuff already. She runs up to the figurehead, just like flicks out a water blade straight from over her shoulder, just straight at it. It's like no talking. We're throwing things. Throwing's fun.
Yep.
And because that's got a close range, so it's clicking the magic-y bit on my returning blade.
So let me very quickly have a nosy at your sheet. I'll make sure we're doing all the right stuff.
Cool.
It's yes.
So it's your returning blade flavored as like your water blade.
That, I'm not.
So yeah, on returning blade, it should say finesse +2, and this is for you to land the hit first. Yep. So if you click that, it'll pop up the dice box.
Yep, and then it's just roll. That's fine.
Yep.
Let's see.
Hey, and it's a roll with hope as well. So that means you get to add a hope to your little tracker,
Okay,
which is
cool.
good.
Right, and then I do
and that
the
is a
damage
hit.
section.
Yep, because that is a hit.
There's the damage section.
I'm assuming you've aimed at 2 rather than 1.
Yes,
Yeah.
the one that's already damaged, and then just do that.
Nice. So yeah, do you want to describe what you're doing?
So she has a smaller dagger that she almost uses as like a focus and generates water blades almost. So as it like comes over her shoulder, it's almost like a blade of flies out from her hand and will fly straight in towards where the cracks already started.
Yeah.
She was very interested in what the noise is going to be like with water mixed with that. That's weird curiosity at that point.
Yeah, so as this thing's like obviously like snaking, no pun intended, through the air, you've obviously, the arrow hit off, the rock has hit the same spot as the arrow, and the cracks kind of like got bigger. This thing's obviously reverberated some kind of scream from within it. You've obviously like leapt past people up to the figurehead, thrown your blade of water out at it. It's obviously just missed that first like impact point, but it's hit like further back on its body, and you just hear the crunch as it seems like it's like shattered a bit of this thing's back.
Oh.
So it looks like it's hurt a lot. To the point where like the thing, like it's not exactly flying straight anymore. Like it does seem to be like a bit more conscious of itself.
Hmm.
And it's still your guys' goal because you succeeded and rolled with hope.
Well, it's interesting that the 2 physical attacks, whilst did damage it, that seems to have been like a single different point and have done more damage.
Mine was magical damage as well.
Maybe. Okay,
We did use the hand rune then.
I was going to say, I still don't think they're close enough for hand rune.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and talk to it.
Okay.
Again, Chanterelle doesn't think they're natural, but there's an element of them mimicking natural things.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's some message they would like to try and... Like, she's getting the message, fuck off out of here. But she's like, maybe if I talk to them, they'll be like, give us the password and we'll let you in. She doesn't know. So, but she's probably going to try and talk to number 1.
Yeah.
That hasn't been hit a whole bunch by us.
Okay, cool.
In a hope that it doesn't have an awareness of its friend.
I mean, it's a good idea, right? Why not?
So I'm going to use nature's tongue, which means you can speak the language of the natural world. When you want to speak to the plants and animals around you, make an instinct roll. Then it says brackets 12. I don't know why. On a success, they'll give you the information that they know. On a roll with fear, their knowledge might be limited or come at a cost. Before I make the spellcast roll, while within a natural environment, this doesn't feel like a very natural environment. I can spend a hope to get a +2. But I think the magic is probably not.
I would have said, had these things been birds, I could have given you that. But they're not birds.
Yes, they're not birds, they're snakes. Snakes shouldn't be here.
But I think that seems reasonable, because what's more natural to a bird than the sky?
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, so...
What's more natural to a snake than the sky?
The 12 is the difficulty of the roll you have to make.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, so I shall make a roll. I don't think either of my experiences help with this, but I'm just going to roll.
I mean, I'll be honest, I think you could argue for old lady pragmatism.
Yeah!
I think that's a reasonable attempt, because, I mean, just talk to it.
Well, we may as well ask. Shy Band's getting out.
So it's up to you if you want to add that on or not.
Sure, go for it. So I'll add the +2.
I think you can click the experience +2 and it helps add it on. I'm not 100% sure.
Ooh. But, I clicked and nothing happened, so...
But I think it does things to the dice roll and then you add the dice roll on. I don't know.
But it doesn't pull up a dice roll.
Because you need to do the instinct roll.
Okay. So I did an instinct roll.
Okay.
I'm just hitting +2 now. I don't know if that's doing
Your
it.
instinct is +2, isn't it, as well?
Yes.
Right, so
So
we'd be
would it-
adding another +2 to that if you were
Yeah,
spending the hope
it would
to do
make it-
your...
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm happy to spend the hope.
Okay, cool.
Because it seems like what it's there for.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's more fun if you spend it anyway.
And also, I then get to add it back because I rolled with hope.
Yep. So,
So,
what do you say?
probably
I
something
assume
along
you're
the
attempting to
lines.
speak snake to these.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just need to ask what you're doing.
Chanterelle just starts hissing, but in her mind and druid powers is sending out some kind of so sorry to bother you. We'd love to get to the city. Would you just mind moving out the way, please, and thank you?
Okay. From what you can tell, it seems unmoved by your plea.
Yeah, fair.
You're not sure if it can understand you or not. This looks like it's either choosing to ignore you or doesn't understand you from your instincts, right?
Fair.
It's not like you've got an immediate connection and there's no conversation or anything like that.
It's a snake made of glass. Chanterelle's maybe becoming used to shit that looks like shit that isn't the shit that it looks like.
Like all those plants and mushrooms you tried to talk to in
plants that weren't plants.
Yeah.
I'm still cross about that.
In the bookshop. Yeah.
Yeah. She turns to Kapheira and Katkin, who was still on the boat. Don't think they're real snakes.
Now, for mechanical purposes, that wasn't a fail, right?
Yes. It just
It doesn't work.
Yes.
But it's not a fail because you met the 12, which is the qualifier for that ability. Just for clarity, mechanics-wise, because I know that looks like that would be a fail, but it's not.
But it's just, I suppose, the same as trying to connect with something that isn't natural.
Yeah.
She was using it to establish.
It would be like trying to intimidate just a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you were adamant you wanted to roll.
Yeah, it seemed fun.
Exactly.
I can confirm. Not real snakes. Yeah. And then I'll wait until they're in close range, very close range,
Yep.
so that I can attack them. Because I can't do anything until they're really close.
Anyone
You
else?
don't have to feel guilty now.
Yeah, we tried.
Yeah.
Who wants to take the next action?
I will happily keep throwing water blades at it. She almost seems to like the horrific noise it makes on impact.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. Unless Katkin wants to take another shot at them or do something else.
Crazy idea. I'm still. We still have attachments, the sort of safety knitted ropes attached to us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How close are the snakes?
They're at close range. So they're about 30 feet away.
So I'm thinking, what would happen if I took a running jump from one end of the canoe to the other, jumped off, and tried to hit it with my sword?
But use the ropes as
like a safety net. So it's just I'll get so far, but I'm not going to plummet to my death because I'm attached to the boat still. So I'll just rock back when I'll hit it and sort of swing back underneath it.
Here's my question for Katkin. How much would you think out loud, or how much would you just give this a go?
Probably would be tempted just to give it a go.
Okay.
I might say this, something to that extent, and just carry on.
So, from a mechanical point of view, right, what I would say is you're going to be making a leap, right? So that'd be an agility roll to try and land on a snake, right? And
the reason I'm saying this is because my agility is really good.
Yeah, but that's your main stat.
It's my best feature, so it's maybe I should use this.
Yeah, as I said, so mechanically what I'm saying is the process for me would be you'd make a leap to land onto the thing, that'd be an agility roll to land. You'd then need to spend the stress to switch to your sword, right? Because you've got your bow out. Then you would do an attack with your sword. And this is all assuming you don't fail or roll with fear, which gives me the initiative. I'm excited. Hannah, how does it feel not being the most reckless person in the party?
Chanterelle will absolutely support Katkin in this.
Say,
I'll
how
hold the
strong?
rope.
How strong are we all for pulling her back?
Really not very
I was
strong
about
at
to say,
all.
is like, do you guys
Okay.
just watch him? What's she doing? What's she know?
I think it will be we're
It's
looking
already too
forward
late.
and we just see
I've
you
leapt
fly.
off. It's
Yes,
too late.
yeah. We go,
It's-
you're supposed to warn her. Oh, she's gone.
It's it'll be like we'll just stand like this and you just vroom as the furball flies past.
Yeah.
It's gone.
It's fine. She's a cat.
Yeah.
They always land on their feet.
But they
I
hate
looked down.
water.
Oh, maybe not. Oh, shit. Butter lands toast side. No.
She's making the ekekek noise that cats do before they jump and stuff.
Yeah.
So, Crystal, my question to you is this what you want to do?
I mean, kinda. Just
Um,
cause I'm struggling to think of another option because I'm like, we've tried this, we've tried that. I'm
My
like,
favourite thing about this is
Try.
holding your bow.
Yeah.
You've witnessed it damaging it. You go, clearly
Okay.
there must be a better way.
but,
There must be a
so
bigger
it's just
sword.
because the water scythe.
Is Scott
Attack.
whispering in your ear? Because this is
No.
the most Scott plan I've heard. For Evie's benefit, I think I mentioned Scott briefly during our big chat for Character Gen, but he was in a bigger, like a 4-year game with me, and he played Crumbar, the orc that just came up with the wildest plans, the most reckless things, and at the end going, maybe we shouldn't have done that. It's fine that it worked out.
It's great.
I mean, it did
That's fine.
genuinely work out
Yeah.
for the most part. So I can only
Well, that's
support
What's
this.
And
the
we've got
worst
you.
that
So I
could
get it.
happen is the general thing in the back of my mind.
You're tied onto the boat. We're all good at tying knots. It's fine.
And just because, like,
Chanterelle
you can
will
still
come
be
after.
attacking while I'm in mid-flight, you can, like, start flinging things behind me, just be like, help!
The lasso could come into its own.
Try and, like, get on, instead of ending with a sword.
I think you've convinced yourself this is what you want to do. So I
I
am
kind of
here-
want to do it just to
I
see
am
what will
here for
happen. I know
this.
it's probably a bad idea, however.
I mean, things that could go wrong could plummet to your death.
I have a rope.
Things that could go right, you would look so badass. Can I ask, what's your plan? Let's say you kill it.
Like,
What's your
I'm still attached to the boat, so I'll just swing back, and then I can sort of
okay?
pull myself back up onto the boat.
That's at least a plan.
Yeah.
Okay, you've got the
Kinda, very
the-
quickly.
you've got the entry plan and the exit plan worked out. I am now
Exactly.
my due diligence as a GM has been covered. And I'll get a new character sheet ready in case. So, I mean, it's up to
Should
you.
be fine.
Are we going to go for it, Crystal? You think? Yeah?
I think so. I think I'll just shout to everyone, like, I have an idea! Run to the back of the boat, turn around, and just run back across.
Yep.
Oh no, we've tried this. Oh, okay.
And just thup, 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 woof, and you leap off. I'm assuming this is at Snake 2 or Snake 1?
Yes.
Snake 2 is the one that was damaged.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, give me your agility roll and give me a second to work out what the fuck difficulty this will be. Let's see.
So I click on agility, yeah?
How
Hold up. So,
does
I'm going to say this is
help work
Yeah, I was gonna say, so
in this system?
let's just discuss all of that. So I'm gonna set this as, because you're a cat, like you're a cat, right? A Katari is the word I was looking for. I was gonna say you're a Katkin, but we know you're a Katkin. I'm gonna say this is an average 15. This probably should be a hard for anybody else sensible, which hard is 20. I'm gonna say the difficulty for this is gonna be 15 for you, because I feel like the way you've described this sounds like you're doing this a lot. So
Yeah.
yeah. So you know you'd have to get a 15 is the number you're looking for. As for
Because, like, I used to, like, as a criminal, I could sneak into places, so climbing up walls and stuff, so climbing and then jumping out of places very quickly would be a thing I would do.
Right. So if you wanted to spend a hope, you could definitely use your experience in Raised by Thieves and Con Artists. That feels
I feel like that might be a good idea.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I think that seems very valid, quite frankly. So you
So-
know you've got a +2, right, potentially for that. let's discuss all the options we have at our disposal. There are several moves that people can do. One is called Help an Ally. It says here, spend a hope and roll a d6 advantage die to add to their roll. So that means one of you guys would spend a d6, spend a hope to give a d6 over to this roll for Katkin. Yous could all do it, and Katkin would take the best roll from those d6s. They wouldn't take all of them. It would just be the best one out of them. But you would all have to spend a hope each to do that. It's not needed, but it can be done, which is nice. Because it says here, if more than one advantage die is being used on the roll, they only take the highest result. Okay.
Nice.
The other thing.
Just had another thought.
Hold on. The other option we've got here is called a tag team roll.
Mm-hmm,
Okay.
mm-hmm.
So we've had this come up in the past because we had Hannah and Becky's characters use this in the first session, but for those of you who weren't with us, and because it was a million years ago, each player can choose one time per session to spend 3 hope and initiate a tag team roll with another PC. When you do, work with your chosen partner and describe how you combine actions in a unique and exciting way. You both make separate action rolls, but before resolving the roll's outcome, choose one of the rolls to apply for both of your results. On a roll with hope, all PCs involved get hope. On a roll with fear, the GM gets a fear for every PC involved. If you tag team on an attack roll and it succeeds, you both roll damage and add that together to determine the damage dealt. So, in this case, this roll is to get Katkin onto snake number 2. Okay, so this would be some
What
combination
if
of
I went for
powers.
snake number 1 and tried to wrangle it?
I mean, you still need
Because
to
its
get.
aggro's not up at this point, whereas snake 2 is definitely aggravated.
So you'd still need to get onto it though, which is still all the math so far, as far as I'm concerned, for you, right? So it's still a 15, trying to get onto that snake as well, because it's still in the same range, right? So you judging distances between the snake that's orbiting versus the snake that's flying steady, I'm happy with that being a 15 on both of them, quite frankly. If anyone has a suggestion of how a tag team would work quite well, of launching or helping steady Katkin onto that, that is an option. If not, it's more likely a help action, but again, it needs to be described how it makes sense to some degree. But that's only
Also,
if
as part of my fairy ancestry, I've got luck bender, so I can spend 3 hope to let you re-roll.
That's really cool.
That's
Very, very
good.
cool.
That's good to know.
Very, very cool.
Once per session, I think. Yeah, once per session.
And that lets you do it for other people, yeah?
Yeah, after you or a willing ally within close range makes an action roll, you can spend 3 hope to re-roll the
Perfect.
duality dice.
Yeah. So you've got someone that can warp reality and hopefully it doesn't go badly, which is good. So that's something you can obviously have in reserve. Obviously somebody else could still attempt to help, and someone could attempt to tag team as well. It just depends what you think the best option going forward is. But obviously only one person, you can only instigate a tag team once per session per person. So if Hannah spent 3 hope to do it, Hannah can't start it. They can be part of one, but they can't start it.
Okay.
And the person that's starting it has to pay for it entirely. They have to pay the 3 hope.
My brain hurts a little bit.
That's okay. That was a lot of info.
Many options.
But yeah, basically, are you still wanting to jump off of this canoe onto a snake?
The honest answer is yes.
Then I think
I have no idea how this is going to pan out, but I really want to find out.
I want to find out as well. I think it's fun. Plus, it's a good excuse for me to talk about how the system mechanics work a bit for people as well, because it is useful that we get more comfortable with the fact that you have a lot of options as players.
Again, if we've all worked together for a while, if we want to do a tag team thing, one of the things that the stalking arachnid beast form can do is create a really strong web material, useful for both adventuring and battle. So if we had some kind of tag team move that was some kind of extra harness that ties her back to the boat.
Weave a
But also, yeah, we create a trampoline.
Bounce her back into the snake.
Mine would be
maybe
me
it doesn't
panically
work.
running to the back of the canoe to try and counterbalance it by becoming a water jet of some sort of I don't know.
Arguably, you could also just hit her in the back with your water jet to launch her further. There's also
Yes,
that.
maybe that's you do that, and then I've got a web ready to pull her back.
And when the
It's,
water touches the Katkin, they will freak out
Jump
and
even
launch
further.
themselves double jump.
Double jump.
Yeah, it's see a jump, panic like, oh god, she might not make it. Like just pelt
But it's
her.
fine because I've got the backup.
So what's happening? Talk me through it. What's the actual plan? Because
I'm doing, and everyone else is just going to like save me from killing myself.
Yeah,
I think
in a
that
way that
sums it
feels
up
like we've
quite nicely.
done.
I just assume
frequently.
you guys know me well enough to know I'm going to do something stupid and know to react quickly.
I do love the idea that like you all are so familiar with Katkin's like vocalizations that you're like, oh no, she's winding up. So everyone preps for like what they do in these dodgy situations
Yeah.
where it's like, quick, start weaving.
Yeah.
Okay, so who is initiating the tag team and spending the 3 hope? Who is then taking part in said tag team?
I think I'm going to need my hope when I get to the other side, so I don't really want to spend it.
If I'm honest, you have
I think
6
that's
hope.
valid.
You could start it easily and still have 3 hope left for problems. You are fine. In fact, no, you're going to be less, aren't you? Because you're spending 1 to get your +2.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Okay,
I'm
let's
happy
go.
to spend the hope for tag team.
Okay.
Because I also have 6.
So your plan is also to then shift into a spider.
Yep.
And somehow weave a harness.
So on the
Happening all at the same time.
stalking arachnid, there's a thing called web slinger, which says you can create. It just says you can. It doesn't. It says
Yeah,
you
I'm
can
here for
create a
it.
strong web material useful for both adventuring and battle.
Yeah.
The web is resilient enough to support 1 creature.
Mhm.
You can temporarily restrain a target within close range by succeeding on a finesse roll against them. But again, if we've worked together, there's some kind of like backpack. Like we've got this like set up where it's just like poof, backpack, and then I tie it onto the boat
Yep.
as a spider. Horacina has trained me.
Yeah, we can weave it from both ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
And then
definitely
someone can
like-
also do help. And that's an extra d6 as well.
So what you could do if you wanted,
Mhm.
for a God, what is it? Is it Kapheira? Is that the name? Am I saying that
Kapheira,
right?
yeah.
Kapheira. Just trying to track. I looked in 3 different places and none of the names I needed were there. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. Kapheira. That's what muscle memory came out of my mouth. So if you wanted, what's your strength score?
I don't think I've got very much strength at all. Minus
Okay.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm, mhm.
-1 strength.
Horacina, what's your strength?
0.
Okay, so between the 2 of you, yous could, as part of this like overall action, yous could be at the front to give the kind of foot lift, arm raisey launch platform for Katkin, to attempt to help that. Because effectively, the tag team role wants an action happening so that you can pick between Katkin's role and someone else's role to see which one's going to be higher, or with fear or hope or whatever. It gives you the option. Obviously, you don't really need to roll to web up.
No,
that
I
thing.
could do some kind of evasion roll, as in, like, can I hit her in a way that propels her forward while also wrapping her in a web that
That'd
keeps her
be-
safe?
So
If
can
I'm
you-
doing that, I'd be going for like finesse for control. I'm like, no, I think she's going off course. I'm going to course correct her with a bit of a water jet. Like,
I mean, you
would
could also attempt to water jet her to give her more propulsion midair as well. That's a thing. I think
Mhm.
also from
Or
the
stabbing effect.
we also could have like if you're going to do the weaving, you're going to do some possible. You're standing by for course correction at least. You might not need course correction.
I
but
think
you're
part of it is shock at the start. It's
Yeah.
like, what the? And then it's
Mhm.
okay. She looks like it's not quite going to make it. Let's just give
So
her an extra push.
Horacina, you could try the same idea I said about the strength thing, but you could just try hand volleying, as like because that's like a melee magical weapon blast thing. So you could let Katkin run at you as you blast Katkin for more momentum. As a
I can do
possible,
that.
and you
I'll get
could,
on my back.
so that's how you could all participate in this nonsense if you wish. Okay, how does that sound, Katkin? because you need to agree to this. It's your character. You're running off the boat.
I've already done it. I've already committed, and I just assume you guys are going to help me out and know what I'm on about without me actually having to tell you.
Okay, so let's do all the math that we need to do. So
Guys,
Hannah,
I have an idea.
So
Roll with
Hannah,
it.
you've spent your 3 hope. Yep, to initiate a tag team for everybody getting in position. Everybody's heard the vocalizations of Katkin bolting off the boat. Katkin, we need your leap roll. You're also going to spend a hope to do your raised by thieves and con artists, aren't you, to get the bonus for this?
Yes. So let me just make sure. So it's an agility roll, right?
It will be an agility roll, and then it'll be +2 if you spend your hope to get that +2.
So +2, and then minus a 1 hope. Yep.
Yep.
Was there an extra help cost as well?
So the help action is if someone's helping and not participating in the tag team.
Oh,
So
yeah,
do you want to
yes.
use, like, I think the help might be better if we had the Kapheiras doing help with the jet rather than rolling an attack against that. So for the help action, what was the math on that again? Let me bring that back up. So for help, that was... you can spend a hope, and you can roll a d6 to give to Katkin if you wish to.
Am I
Kapheira?
better giving you a boost or a
So-
D6?
Well, I was thinking that it makes more sense if you wanted to do the other half of the tag team roll,
Yeah.
right? To do the boost part along with Chanterelle, and then we
Yeah.
had Kapheira giving the d6 as the jet of water.
So we're both going to do some kind of roll, and between the 3 of us, we're going to pick the best one.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you're picking the
I
best
like
roll
it.
between the 3 of you, and then we're getting a d6 if Kapheira wants to spend a hope to give a d6 into this for like the...
Yes, I've only just got to 3 hope, and I'm unsure on quite how quickly it jumps up and down, to be honest.
Well, as you've looked at all the dice rolls, there's been a lot of hope gained.
Yeah, I feel like we've been doing well, though. We've not had a bad roll yet. Yet being the operative word.
Hey,
Yet.
why would you say such a thing in this
What a wild
prime
thing to say.
moment?
Oh, for a good moment. Oh, this is a good moment. Yay!
And we still
It's in
have...
the Wilder Feast game I play. I think, like, my last game, I didn't roll a pass for the entire 3-hour section. I didn't
No.
pass anything.
Did Callie tell you
Sometimes
about the
roll to interview.
nightmare 2
Oh.
sessions back-to-back that she had in our Saturday game, where, as the warrior, basically was just in a fight where people fought around her for 2 sessions, where she tried her best to fight.
She just
and the
didn't
dice
get
said
above a 10.
No.
Yeah.
It was like...
Like, my rolls went so badly, my werewolf woman now responds to dog commands. It's,
Oh.
But it's up to
Right.
you. You don't need to spend hope if you don't want to. But you need to
It's-
decide now.
It's more like from your guys' experience and getting hope into like playing the system or
I would
whatnot,
say
as
use it
saying
because then you
anything
can see the
or-
game play out. If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
It's also one of those where the more you roll, the more chance you have to get it.
Yes, okay.
It's one of
sure.
those.
Sure.
Is it just 1 hope that I've spent? Yeah. Or is it
You've,
2?
Yes.
no, you've
I've spent 3.
You've spent 1 for your +2 to the roll from your experience, right? So it costs 1 hope to buy your experience into a roll, right? So you've only spent that 1 for that, unless you've got other things you want to pull off. Obviously, Kapheira, yay or nay for
Yep.
hope? Yep, we're doing it.
Yes.
Cool. So you spend a hope.
Yep.
So do you want to roll the d6 first? Because we can just have that sat to the side.
Is this a flat D6 off the side?
Exactly, yeah. Okay, perfect. 4's pretty good.
Okay. Nice,
Right.
nice.
So at this point in time, we're at a +6. Which is pretty good.
Okay.
Okay. Right, now, let's leave cat control to last. Let's have the
Built the suspense.
let's have the attack roll from the hand runes from Horacina. This is when you level up and you all take launching teammates as an experience.
Circus skills training.
Right, do you know what we're doing, Horacina?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm being completely stupid, but
That's
when
okay,
I click on
so-
it, it's not doing anything.
So are you clicking on the box next to the name, or are you clicking on the name?
I was clicking on the box.
So it
Okay.
should pop up with your dice at the bottom. So if you click on, like, say, agility +2, it should then pop
Ooh.
up.
Pardon me.
with the little box at the bottom right. Bottom
But
left,
I'm
sorry.
wanting to roll specifically hand runes, right?
Yeah, but it should be hand runes you're clicking on, as in the box next to hand runes. So that should be on your sheet. Let me have a look at your sheet 2 seconds. I'll bring up your sheet.
I don't know if I'm just in the wrong bit.
That's okay, I'll have a look for you.
Ah,
Got it in the
okay.
equipment section, but the actual role I was looking at is within the
So you
text
should be
book.
on like the effects and features page just in general. For your
Yeah.
stuff, and it
Yeah,
should
that's
I
have
right.
think mine was in weapons.
So it should be up at the
That
top. So see where your stress is, your little bar for stress. Underneath that to the left, it has hand runes in a little box. Do you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then the instinct plus
I
2
can
will.
see that.
That's what you want to click on for now in that little box. Oh.
Barely read that text on the screen. It'll be
Obviously, you
bigger.
can do like obviously hold in control and mouse wheel up and down, or use the plus and minus with control, and it should zoom in and out of the browser. But whether or not that helps, I'm not sure. Right, okay, so that's one option for a roll, which is a 17 with fear. Okay.
Okay.
Hannah, are we doing... I think we're doing finesse, right?
Yes.
Feels like a finesse
Which I have
roll.
a +1, and then being a spider.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a very mushroomy spider, though. I think gives me another plus. So it gives me another +1, so it's +2.
Okay, cool.
I think. I don't really know.
It should all stack, yeah.
Yeah. So, but if I just hit finesse,
Yeah.
what do we think? This is quite pragmatic.
I mean, you can tell me. If you want to spend the hope, why not?
Yeah, let's just go for it.
Cool.
It's just fun. Okay, roll.
Okay.
Oh,
16
also
with fear. Okay.
Oh.
But we know the difficulty of this is 15 to land on the
Okay.
snake. We know that.
So we have
So-
succeeded, but with fear.
Okay, right. Katkin, your agility roll with your +2. And I think
Okay.
that's all we've got for that, right? Like, we're not adding
And then
anything?
plus the 4 from.
Oh yeah, plus the
Yes.
4. Yeah, we'll add that.
Help.
Yeah.
So you should really add all that into that roll. So if you click on your agility, it should pop up with a dice, and you're adding 6 into the box
+6.
to make sure it's...
Nice.
Okay, so I'm just double checking. It's an agility roll with +6.
Yes.
Okay, and
What are the
14?
chances? Okay.
That's by like 1 point. Was it a fair? What were we?
So my favourite part of all of this, right, is you've got the choice of...
We've given you.
It's a fear regardless,
Uh-huh.
but I'm going to assume you're going to take the 17. And regardless, it's a fear, right? Because there's no reason to take a 16 or a 14 if there's a 17. The only reason you'd
What?
pick a
Yeah.
different one... So there's 3 rolls. You're picking one because you did a tag team roll,
Ah,
right?
We work together.
You work together
Advantage.
and you get to
I
pick...
can only see my rolls. Is there a way to see everyone else's rolls?
Scroll up. You should
If
be
you
able
go
to
to
see all of them.
chat, make sure you're in chat on Roll20, not on your character sheet.
Do you know what? I'm going to leave it because
That's fine.
Also fair.
it's fine.
Yep. But yeah, where the journal tab was on Roll20, not your character sheet, that had where your character sheet lived in Roll20. There's a tab for chat, just 2 over from that, or 1 over from that, depending on your face. And if you click on that tab, it should have the whole chat screen for you that you can scroll up and down
The
in.
2 little speech bubbles.
Yeah. On there for you. But ultimately, I'm assuming we're taking the 17 with fear, so I'll add that to my pile of fear. And then we launch Katkin off this canoe with a hand-runed blast, some jets of water like stabilizing, as you like dramatically superhero pose your way onto the back of this glass snake thing, you probably like hear the screech of like your nails like digging into the glass as you're trying to like stop yourself, obviously like skiting off the other side of this thing. But you land reasonably comfortably. You manage to get a grip between this thing's scales that are all, but you realize it's really, really sharp as well. And then it's my go.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, the other thing you might have to do is, did you switch out of your bow and into your sword before you jumped? I'm assuming yes.
Yes, because I had to use that to
Yep. And
stab it.
Are you? So you've not hit it yet. You've landed on it so far.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Because my original thought was like I would kind of like harpoon it effectively.
So have you spent your stress resource to have switched your weapon as well mid combat?
I did not.
That's okay. Just add a stress to your bar. It's under your health. And that lets you have your sword active in your hand.
Stress +1.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so you're on the back of this thing yet. You've not yet attacked because your jump to get on it was one action. Attacking it would have been another thing to do. This thing is gonna have a mild freak out at the fact that you've just landed on its back. You hear that like as your like claws dig into this thing like to get your grip on it. Again, you hear that like resonating sonic metallic glass kind of sound, kind of like almost vibrate through its body. You feel the vibrations, like your fur probably like goes up in the back of your neck and stuff. And then this thing does, let me see. Let's see. Okay. What's your evasion? And that should be top left of your sheet.
Evasion. 13.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Right, so this is going to be a d20 and it's going to have a d6. No, that's not that. Sorry, I'm forgetting. It's going to be 2d20. I picked the better roll. That's what it is for my advantage. Forget the GMs use totally different rules. So for you guys, adding advantage or disadvantage is a d6 added to your 2d12s. For me, it's I roll a d20 to land the hit or not, or I roll 2d20 like D&D rules. I roll 2, take the better, or 2, take the worse for my advantage and disadvantage. So this has got advantage because you're on its back.
Oh.
Well, I think I hit.
Is that good or bad? I can't see.
It's not good.
It's not good.
It's
Oh,
not
of course
good.
it's not.
Let me work out if I get crits. Dagger, hearts, GM, critical. That's probably worth knowing.
Yeah.
I think when I use my claws, it does some sort of damage as well. Can't remember what it was because of my race.
They count as a weapon if you use them as a weapon, yeah. Let me have a look because I don't know if whenever you're on critical
Because that's also because dagger heart crits are the same number.
Yeah, so critical success for the GM.
I don't know,
PCs aren't the only characters who can roll a critical success. Their adversaries can too. Whenever you roll a 20 on a d20, your roll automatically succeeds. If you critically succeed on your attack roll, you deal extra damage. Start with the highest possible value of damage the dice can roll, then make a damage roll as normal, adding that to the value. For example, if the damage is 2d8 plus 2, you'd succeed at 16, then you roll, then you add the plus 2. So the modifiers are always the wee extra bit at the end. Don't worry about this, Crystal. I'll explain in simpler terms. Don't worry about it. I just like reading out the rules as written. You then roll dice, blah, 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 blah. So I've rolled a nat 20 on you, is what has happened, right?
Oh.
My options,
That's bad. Okay.
My options were an 11
Yeah.
or a 20. Obviously, I take the higher result of those because this thing's got advantage when you're on it. Also because this is made of sharp glass, this entire thing. So it is going to do its damage to you. Because it's a crit, and this works for every of these crits, you always take the maximum number your damage can be. So for example, if you roll a d6 damage, it becomes a 6, and then you roll another d6 and add that on. Right? That's how crit damage works in this system. Then you add any modifiers that are important. This thing is going to have a starting point of 8. And then I'm going to roll a d8, and we're going to add 2. Okay. So that's 16 damage. I'm going to just type that in.
Okay.
Right? This thing's just done 16 damage to you, Katkin. Okay?
Yeah.
What we're going to do with that number, right? Anytime I say I've done X amount of damage to you, you look at your character sheet, you look above your health, right?
Yeah.
Which is above the stress. Above your health, you've got thresholds.
Yeah.
Read out your threshold numbers.
Minor damage 6. Major damage 12.
Okay? So we compare the number I've rolled, which was 16. That's higher. That is meet or beat. So if I rolled a 12 or above, you then mark 3 HP. Right?
3 HP.
Okay.
So either mark 1 HP, 2 HP, or 3 HP, depending on where on your thresholds you have taken that level of damage. Okay? So
I put 3 on. So
Yep.
I have 3 left.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Just to give an example of how obviously like Katkin looks, they've now just been like shredded by these like glass shards that just seem to be spraying from this thing's back and like to the side. It looks really, really pretty with the way the light hits it though. And the weird like sonic noises that kind of resonate off of each other. But yeah, that's my go. I don't know if I don't.
Didn't we? Where we could re-roll something.
You don't think you can reroll my things unless that's how Luckbender works? It might.
No.
I think
That's
I had
why
to be.
grave clerics used to be the best.
Yeah. I was gonna say I think I had to be a willing ally for that. Yeah.
Ah.
From what I can see though, I don't see anything that says that I get fear from this.
For critting.
For critting as a GM specifically, because obviously when you use crit, you get a hope and to clear a stress when you use crit. I don't think I'm that fortunate. I don't see it, so I'm not going to do it. So we're happy to move forward.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's now.
And you can't. How does armor work? Just while we're doing damage.
Oh yeah, so that's
Could
probably.
Katkin have burnt some armor?
I have 3 for armor. If that helps at all.
Yes. What you can do. Sorry, that is a very good point. Thank you very much, Hannah, for bringing that up.
Because I was looking at mine.
The general mechanic is if you take damage that isn't considered direct damage, right? So this one is not. This was physical damage because shards hitting you. Okay. You can spend an armor slot, one of your 3, and you can move it down a category. So you go from 3 down to 2 damage if you chose to mark that off. But you can only do that once per like instance of damage, and obviously once they're gone, you'd need to repair your armor. That's fine. That's kind of why they're there. I'd recommend you do that. It's worth doing just so you've got more health in you.
Okay. So
take an armor.
1 armor slot and
then
reduce.
Just pop
one.
it. Yeah, just pop it down 1. Yeah.
So I've now got 2 on
2.
the HP.
Exactly.
2 marked.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Nice.
Perfect. And good save, Hannah, for that, because yes, I definitely.
It was just because we haven't really done damage yet, and I was just like, while I look at this, I feel like armor slots are probably a thing.
Yes, correct. Very good.
And if you were going to take minor damage and you used an armor slot,
none.
Would you reduce it to 0?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Good to know.
There are special abilities in the game that help you reduce it even more. But it would say very clearly on your sheet. But everyone can use an empty armor slot if they're taking damage, unless it's direct or something says otherwise. Yeah.
Okay.
Good save. Save 2 HP. But it's your guys' go. Now we could let Katkin take another go and attempt to stab said snake.
I feel like you may as well attempt to stab it before we try and pull you back.
Yep.
Unless anyone has any ranged healing, they might want to attempt.
I do have clarity of nature. So once per long rest, you can create a space of natural serenity within close range. Are we still within close range? When you spend a few minutes resting within the space, clear stress equal to your instinct distributed as you choose between you and your allies.
So you'd need that's like an out of combat thing.
We've also got
regeneration.
Zen in the middle of a battle and just radiate healing. That would be so good.
That did used to be. Was there not a druid power where you created like a little pocket people could walk into? We can. I don't know if you also have it, Horacina, but I've also got under that regeneration.
Yeah.
But it's a touch, and Katkin is currently out of touching range. I would assume.
Yes.
Could we pass it through the spider web? just
No.
I'm also not currently allowed to cast spells because I'm a spider.
But
just checking.
You know, worth checking.
Yeah.
So, do you want to give stabbing this thing a go then? Katkin?
Gotta give it a go. Gonna give it a go.
Okay,
so,
cool.
What do I do?
It's an attack roll with your secondary weapon, I'm assuming is the thing you've got equipped, is a sword?
It's still saying...
Keep reading all the words.
My secondary slot is blank, which it shouldn't be.
Okay, so click on the equipment tab beneath that. And then look down.
Yep.
Okay, it's because you've got two two primary weapons, that's why. Okay.
Sword.
So you want to click that.
Oh no, that's not. Hang on. Yeah. Oh.
And you'll want to set that as your weapon.
Okay, I think that's it.
Yep. And then.
Yep. Okay. So I've got +2 on that. +2 to my agility.
Give me 2 seconds. I mean, if it says that, I'm willing to believe it, but I feel like a longsword isn't an agility weapon. But I might be misremembering. Let me have a very quick nosy. Longsword. No, it's an agility weapon. Yep. That's probably why you picked it. Yeah.
Probably.
Yep.
I'm sure.
Nope, still good.
Totally why I did that.
Still good. This is a two-handed weapon though, so obviously same as your
Gonna have to let it go to stab down.
Exactly. Yep.
I have claws on my back feet though, it should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I assume that's what you're gripping on with, yeah. Okay, so same through the motions again, click on that.
So attack roll +2, yeah?
It would be, obviously, it's already baked into your sword if you're clicking the agility +2 button next to your longsword.
Okay,
it's only a +2 if you're spending the hope to justify one of your experiences.
Can I add experience onto that as well?
If you think it's relevant and you're willing to spend the hope.
Combat fighting, potentially? I'm stretching it too far here.
You tell me.
Like having to deal a fatal blow.
I mean, it says here competed in combat contests. Were they to the death? Because if you were raised by thieves and con artists, they might have been, right?
Potentially.
You tell me.
Probably not, to be honest. It probably would have been more just like
friendly competition.
Like break them down to the point where it's like, yes, yield or die sort of thing.
Okay, cool.
So that's a no for adding that then. Oh well. Okay.
But it's good that you come to that conclusion.
Fair enough.
Yep. And then it's your agility roll. Yep, as normal, like your longsword agility roll.
Attack. +2 for my agility, so just roll.
Okay. That misses. Okay. So that is a fail and a roll with fear. So it's definitely
double damn it.
It's definitely my turn. Okay. So I'm gonna just
so promisingly well.
Okay, so more things happen. Okay, so bear with me. So you don't for some reason. I think it's maybe just the fact that you've let go to obviously get your sword. Your sword's not something you use a lot, as you've described. It's there for intimidation more than your actual skill set. You go to try and obviously as you're swinging it back, maybe you don't get quite a good footing as you thought you had on the back of this moving glass snake midair.
A lot of things are starting to make sense as I'm standing there. Yes.
Hundreds of feet above the ocean. And you've jumped off a hot air balloon controlled by a frog. And you've tried to stab into this glass snake that you had a bow and arrow, but it seemed to be doing the job. And then you've obviously hit a certain point on one of the glass plates, it's slid off a bit, you've lost a bit of your footing. Unfortunately, this thing has armor shredding shards. So, yeah, you're lucky that you don't have to deal with it now, but I'm just going to read this out because we're nearly at the point where this might matter. Okay? So this thing's passive, and this is what you've just nearly missed. Okay, so this is a good thing that you missed.
Oh.
On a successful attack within melee range against the snake, the attacker must mark an armor slot without receiving its benefits. They can still use armor to reduce the damage. If they can't mark an armor slot, they must mark an additional HP.
Oh.
And this is when you are successful against the snake. Because this thing is sharp glass.
Oh my.
So yeah, you've learned that by being this close, and also as being like a ranger and learning about this things like how it's likely to behave, etc. It is my go though. So, we I'm just gonna make an attack roll. Just gonna see how that goes. I feel like it's the best way forward. I don't want to get too fancy or complicated about it. You're still on its back, unfortunately. A 17 does hit. Luckily,
But it's not a crit.
No, so it's 4 plus, what was it, 2. So that's 6 damage. 6 physical damage. As this thing, again, as you've like thingy that try to brace yourself against the glass shards, again, starts to like spread these glass splintery things out from beneath the scales. So that's at 6 damage. Compare it to your thresholds.
That's minor damage?
No, it's met that, so it's major damage.
Ah.
No.
So 5 or less would be minor. 6
Okay.
up to 11 is the middle
God
bit.
dang it.
And then 12 upwards, so it's meet or beat. So if it meets 6 or is higher.
So that's 2 minus 2.
Unless you choose
But again,
to mark
you
an armor
could-
slot.
Yeah.
Which I kind of think that might be a good idea.
To be
That would
honest,
just be
so
1.
one of the strategies here, right, would be you've got 3 armor slots, you've used 1, right? This thing, when you make a successful attack, makes you mark your armor slots. It can't do that if you don't have any left, because you've used them all. So there's no reason not to use it.
Mhm.
Can I take it I can only use 1 at a time?
Correct.
Okay.
Unless you have a very fancy thing that very clearly says you can do more, which I do not believe you have currently.
So if I mark an armor slot, then it would just be 1 HP damage.
Correct, because it moves it from major down to minor. Exactly. The
And
Guardian that we
add-
used to have with us has a special feature where they can mark multiple, which is pretty cool,
Mhm.
because it's nice tanky
So I
stuff.
have 3 health left.
Yeah, but that's what we thought you were on last time when I forgot about telling you about armor. So
Hey, so I'm no worse off.
we're doing well.
It's fine.
That's my go. I'm on 8.
Continuously fueled by your optimism. Like, how do
In my mind, it was just going to like shatter into a million pieces and be like glass and just be like.
I'll be
Done.
honest, that was always a possibility. I will say that.
Yeah, it's just the rolls.
It's
The rolls
just
chose
not-
not to.
The fear has
Yeah.
really switched the momentum of the fight.
Yeah.
Because if these had all been rolls with hope, it would have went incredibly
Why did I
fast.
waste all my hopeful rolls on silly things?
Okay.
I am going to be
Oh, wait.
spending fear and keeping the turn.
Oh.
Because the other snake, Snake 1, is going to be attacking the boat. Okay?
Fuck you, Snake One.
I know, right? Damn it, Snake 1. Imagine you being involved in this fight for like the first time. So, yeah. So, all targets in front of the snake within fire range must succeed agility reaction rolls. Okay, so let's try this thing.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to make a roll first, right? I'm going to make the roll. Bam. 14. Everyone, I think, has less than 14 evasion on the boat.
I don't know at the moment because my evasion
So
is
work out your spider evasion, and I'll deal with the other 2
It's
first. Yep.
okay.
So I
Okay.
think, Horacina, you said you were 10?
Yeah.
Okay, and what do we have for Kapheira? What's your evasion?
Mine's 13. Unfortunately, I can't use my stuff because I haven't got enough hope anymore.
Right, cool. So you're on 13 at the moment. That's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm on 13.
So I'll deal with that in a second. And then,
So mine says 13, but then my beast form says +2.
okay.
So am I 15?
Because
Okay,
you're a
so
small
I'm
spider.
a spider. Yeah.
You're a very small
I'm a
spider.
tarantula or wolf spider, etc.
Yep. I'll be the etc. Thank you.
Yes.
Let's see. Okay. Can you all now roll the people that were so the spider doesn't have to, but you can both do what's called a reaction roll, an agility reaction roll. So these don't generate hope or fear, right? Reaction rolls. So it's just an agility roll these are doing, and you're basically trying to meet or beat my 14.
Okay.
So just click on agility then, yeah, really?
Yeah, unless you've got anything else you want to add to it, if you can. But otherwise, it's just the agility. Okay, so 1 yes, 1 no. And again, hope and fear don't come into these ones.
Did you say 13?
14 is my roll above it, just above where you are. Yep, it's literally out by 1.
Oh!
Literally out by 1. I mean, do any of your experiences bump it up? You're not meant to use them after the fact, but I don't know, you can spend a hope if you want. No? For dodging?
Weaving between.
God damn it, my evasion's so good as well.
Oh.
I'm going to say no. So,
Uh,
right, let me work this out. Okay, so, God, you take 10 damage, Horacina. 10 damage, physical damage if it makes a difference. And then Kapheira takes 4. But again, the reaction rolls, even though there's a hope and a fear one there, they do nothing. They don't generate hope or fear. Because reaction rolls could start spiraling, so they don't. Because they're in response to my action. So, yeah. How does that look for you, Horacina? So you're taking 10 damage. What's your thresholds?
So my thresholds are 7 and 14, so that means I'm taking 2 hit points of major damage.
Unless you use an armor slot to knock it down 1.
Yeah, I'll do that. So
Okay.
I'll take 1 hit point and 1 armor slot.
Cool. And then for Kapheira, what are your thresholds?
6 and 12.
Okay, so that's going to be
Might as
1
well use an
damage
armor.
or use an armor slot and get rid of it entirely. And you take
I
no
might
damage.
as well use an armor.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, with that, you have this very, again, much like the kind of glass resonation that comes from these things, there's almost like a klaxon level boom coming from behind the bubble. You see the bubble surface ripple more and more and more. Something quite large has come out of it. It seems like it's maybe some kind of maybe 2 meter by 2 meter cube looking thing spinning slowly. There's weird blue cyan lights coming off of it, and then both of these glass snakes blow up. Katkin, you are falling as you start to slowly swing as a tiny spider.
As a tiny, I webbed it onto them.
Yes, you did say that. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's just funny that a tiny spider's I got you.
I've got you. What's the thing? I've got your back, Brent.
Yep.
From way over.
So you start the pendulum swing in this cutscene. This thing has this blue, almost cyan spotlight as it's shimmered through those glass snakes and destroyed them. The shards seem to spin back towards that wake of energy that seems to then just all dissipate and go away. And then this blue cyan light seems to be pulling the canoe towards this weird spinning big cube thing. And that's where we end the session.
Oh.
Dang it, why did I jump on the snake when it was just going to get smashed up?
No, best choice. Love it.
It was definitely a great choice. So
very crappy rolling.
That's how it works, though. That's how it works.
Always the way.
Yeah. So, what would you like to call that session? And normally what we do is in the City of the Gods chat, it's probably easier just to type any suggestions you've got in, and we can do reacts to vote on them. So in Discord, Crystal, you want to look for the City of the Gods little tab above, and then you'll see people putting stuff into it.
I have this up.
I don't know what this means. Okay. But you also can just say suggestions and other people will type them in for you. If that's easier. If you have any suggestions, they are not necessarily mandatory.
Leapfrog!
I mean, yeah, leapfrog's alright too, yep.
I'll add it for you.
And then obviously if you want to do a react vote, I would limit it to 1 vote, obviously, per person. And the options for yourself, Crystal, would be Leap of Faith, Cats Out the Canoe, Leapfrog. It's pretty good. All pretty good.
I can't... Wait, I will figure this out.
But in the meantime, what one do you like the most?
I mean, they're all good.
Yeah, but you also have to pick one.
I know.
I
feel like Leapfrog can be a bit misleading because you're like, Florp did what?
Hey, Florp
You
did
maybe
his
leapt
best.
over him to get out of the canoe.
It just made me think of the cat's out of the bag. It's like cat's out of the
Yes.
bloody canoe.
That's it, the canoe.
I like it. I like it. I also like the idea that that's just our name of that move. And it's regardless of if it's in a canoe or not.
Just canoe!
That move is called Cats Out of the Canoe.
I like the idea that these are all like in a situation that you can't really talk freely. He goes, well, it looks like the cat's definitely out of the canoe with this one, eh? Wink.
The safety word is canoe.
So that's a very long title for me to put into a YouTube chat. I do like it, but people in Canvas
I knew when I put it in, I was like, that's too many characters.
It's good though. I do like it.
I was tempted to try and go with something like Spider Cat. Spider Cat. I was like, you've got to write the whole thing to make the joke work.
These are pretty good though. These are pretty good. Yeah, I like it. Right, we get 2 votes waiting on.
I feel bad, like, I want to vote for my own because I really like that one.
You can vote for
your own.
There's no
Okay,
shame.
that's fine. I'm
There's
a bit
no shame.
greedy today. I like that one.
In that case, that is fine. That wins by default. Excellent.
Yeah.
So Cat's Out the Canoe. We like that. Right. So not going to focus on goals. I don't think that's a conversation I want to have just yet. We're
not dying, not
working.
falling to our death.
Yeah.
Which is goal.
I think that's a good.
So my issue with that is it's hard to award experience for like an ongoing goal like that. So I don't intend to do that. I did spend a fear to get myself back down to 7 though. So that's where I left that.
Okay.
So yeah. Mostly because I did kind of forget about Glass Snake 1. Probably should have done more, but it felt appropriate the way it played out. But yes. So in that case, I think I might jump straight to wrap up chat, and then we can do some kind of MVP style thing after that. Still haven't really worked out what I want to do with that, so I think at the moment we'll just award a hope to somebody. I think that's good enough for now. But we'll see how that goes. I have a sneaking suspicion I know where it might go, but we'll see how that goes. In terms of wrap-up chat, Hannah, do you want to start us off since you know what you're doing?
Woohoo! That was so much fun. I am really enjoying that we got to see more of the system. Because I feel like last time we were like, do we fight it? Do we not fight it? Do we fight it? And this time I enjoyed that we were like, no, we're gonna attempt to do diversions first, and then we're just gonna hit them with things. That was very fun. I very much enjoyed that I've managed to do at least one beast form, even if it feels like it's stepping on Horacina's toes. All 8 of them. Now with my 8 toes. But I am really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying that we've known each other. I think that's really fun. Even if we're more new to each other, I'm really enjoying that we just get to go, we've done this before. Like, we've got a name for this move. Like, this is definitely something we've done 1,000 times, as Katkin throws himself off things. I am excited to see what the blue cyan cube is, because thus far, everything that's come out of this city has tried to kill us. and has actually killed someone called Derek, possibly, and ate his boots. Yes, I love Florb still. He's adorable. I hope we don't destroy his canoe. Excited to see what happens next.
Yeah, I'm glad. Becky?
Yeah, I'm so glad I got to meet Florb. Florb is great. Florb is life.
Norb is still alive.
Florb is still alive. For now, we've almost killed him with our antics. I feel like we've been good at trying to be sensible, as you said. Sometimes I feel like I don't have any like big weapons or actions to do apart from just pulling random items out of my bag, but I do enjoy doing that as well. But a lot of the time I think of the perfect thing just that little bit too late. Like trying to talk to them first, but as we realised that would never have worked anyway, so it was good to choose violence first on this occasion. I think the balance of the team is really nice, so it'll be interesting to see how that kind of develops as we level up and we get to access different kind of beast forms and how we use those. But yeah, I've been really enjoying it.
Thank you. Evie?
It's just a lot. I'm tired. I've had a long day, and it's a new system, and my brain has melted. I've had fun, but it's just a lot of information.
Yes, don't worry. We will be constantly referring back to how things work because we're all new to this system.
Yeah. I've had fun, just brain's tired now.
But yes, so again, you're new to us, you're new to the system. Don't worry about that. That's going to be a thing. And sometimes explanations in this get a bit wordy. Mostly, I read them out loud so anyone following along also can understand what the hell we're trying to talk about as well. And then I'll usually try and rephrase it in a way that matters in the moment. So yeah, it can. Especially the thresholds, the damage taking system is the only complicated explanation I think in this game personally. I think it's quite wordy and uses very specific terminology. And once that gets more comfortable, also there's a calculator on your character sheets that can do damage for you as well if you're unsure. And also I'm happy to work with you at any point to work out what you should and should not be doing, so long as I remember that certain parts of the system exist, like the armor system. They are dependent on my brain also working after running a game and having been at a full-time job. So it is a lot to go for it, but hopefully you did enjoy yourself and you enjoyed working with everyone else and you enjoyed the character you made. Obviously, if not, specifically the character part, I can't choose these people.
No, that's fine. It'll be much better once I finish sketching. So I'll just put a work and that's what I've been.
Very nice, very nice. We like.
Yes.
So, Crystal.
A brilliant time.
Good.
I had absolutely no clue what was going on at least 50% of the time, but I'm slowly starting to comprehend things. I will get better at the chats and figuring out what things to look at and how to open the correct pages at the same time and not have to dart between things constantly.
That'll come in time. The most part is that you're enjoying playing the character, right? That's the important bit, really, and the role play bit.
That's the easy part. That's fun. And I do apologise for being... I didn't realise I was going to be quite so gung-ho. Let's just dive into things. It was not what I had anticipated, but it's fun.
You did ask if you were tied to the boat first, which I respect.
I did check.
But I'm also the GM that's like, if you come up with a plan and I have signposted the dangers, it's on you at that point. I'm okay with whatever happens, you know? But no, it was good. I mean, I thought it made it really cool. I think that's exactly what you want to see. And, you know, if this was like an action TV show, you obviously want to see the cat person leap mid-air going, the bow is too boring. Gotta use the sword. Close-up range, way cooler. Yeah.
Again, I think in my head it was going to be a case of this will just shatter in one fell swoop instead of like trying to beat it into submission. Like I will smash it into pieces. But the sword not being my real weapon did not occur to me until after the fact.
Hey, again, the dice rolls dictate how the story sometimes gets told, and as I said, it was very possible from a mechanical point of view that you could have landed on it, then still kept the momentum, then shattered it on the next attack. That could all have happened based on the math I know. Which is why I'm like, well, this seems really fun to see how it plays out, because it might happen, it might not. But also you're tied to the boat, which was the really important bit. You didn't just plummet.
Safety first, guys.
I love the idea that if you'd plummeted to your death, your next character is like a former safety inspector. Like, just like a polar opposite.
The cleaner.
Thank you very much for everyone playing. Obviously, very fun to run and learn more about the system as I go. Normally, I would ask people to vote on who they think the MVP is of the particular session for any reason. It can just be that somebody did something funny that entertained you or something particularly clever you liked. I think for this session, we can award a hope. I might change what the reward is, depending on if I can make more interesting sounding rewards for that. I think at the moment we can award a hope to someone. Hannah, who would you like to vote for?
I think I have to vote for Crystal in that I loved the commitment to the bit and that you were like, I want to do this. And I've done the preparation. I've checked in with my team, but I'm going to jump off the boat.
I think it was a foregone conclusion at some point I was going to jump off the boat. As soon as we left the ground, I was like, what would happen if?
It was also a very good use of the kind of player agency moment and that you checked in and we all agreed to help with the crazy plan. And it was, and it could have gone perfectly, and it didn't, but that's equally fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it worked with some difficulties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly second that.
And Evie?
It's Hannah. I really enjoy the kind of commitment to the bit with the like grandma kind of mum jokes on the end of everything. That's like peak my humour sort of thing. Like it's like dad and grandpa is at the peak for me. So I'm like, yeah, I'm loving that. That's great. Keep it up.
Nice.
Thank you. I am enjoying being an old lady.
I just love old lady pragmatism's like my favourite experience. It's
I'm
great.
so pleased we came up with that.
It's so
just like, yes.
It's so fun. Crystal, who would you like to vote for? You also can
I'd
vote for
also
yourself.
go with Hannah because you quite literally had my back. It's like, I'm tied on, but I'm going to give you an extra bit of...
Spider grass.
Like, yes, dearie, it's okay. I got you. Funny jingles.
I'm going to tie break in Crystal's favour this particular set time. I don't want to get in the habit of giving out too much hope in this particular thing. Also, experience works very weird in this time. It's very milestone based in this system, because in my other game, it's actual experience points I can hand out, whereas it's much easier to award that. For this case, Crystal, you can get an extra hope as part of that.
Hey, thank you.
But I don't
Exciting.
I don't disagree.
Do I add that on now?
Yeah, because otherwise you might forget in 9 months when we reconvene for some
No.
So yeah, beyond that, normally there might be smaller goals we have to like work out. Obviously, if you have like goals that you think your character might be interested in, we can have like our goals page. We can start tracking that on the Discord and stuff like that as well. Just things that might be important to you or the group. At the moment, we're really just on this main journey with Florp for now. I don't think there's any point in getting too bogged down with goals just yet. But if you've got stuff that comes up, message it over to me at some point, and we can obviously make sure it fits for your character, and it's something you can pursue. The goals are more likely going to be towards a specific thing. So story moments, it can't be like XP related, if that makes sense. It would be like, oh, I want to do this because I want to make sure that little baker lady I used to stay with when she let me... I didn't have enough money for rent 9 months in a row, and she let me stay because I helped her sweep up after her work day or whatever. I want to make sure she gets something nice, like, you know, whatever. Things like that are quite fun as goals. Tangible things in the world. Even if it's just you wanting to put in some groundwork because you know you're going to give yourself a new experience that might be completely left field from what your character has done thus far or in their backstory. If you go, I really want to get good at insert hobby here, maybe start role-playing that in as like a goal or something and have it woven in. It doesn't need to be like heavily role-played. I think it can just be on my downtime while everyone else is like patching their armor up, I'm going to go and make wine for a bit, you know, or whatever. Like, just whatever you want to like shape your characters in, because it just adds that bit more to the roleplay for everybody. If you know, well, they're off making wine, of course they are, you know, or whatever comes up. But beyond that, thank you all for playing. I know we're quite over on time as well, so say good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.